All right, here we are launching some 7 Days to Die. That's one of my favorite games of all time. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade my title or update my title real quick here. And then catch up a bit on my chat. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Lots of fun playing some 76. We're going to go ahead and combine those PS4 and Xbox next week. And then we can play 7 Days to Die all day on Thursday, which would be a lot of fun. But tomorrow we're going to play on PS4. Then we'll play 7 Days to Die, and then we'll fix all that next week. Let me go ahead and update my title. Get that going on right here. And update my game here. 7 days. Let's go ahead and get logged into the server. Now, of course, this server runs 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, except for a few automatic restarts that it does every day. But my team's in here doing what they do, right? Being epic at what they do. What the heck is going on over here? 7 Days to Die. There we go. All right, let's update that title. Let's see if it actually went through. It says that it did. It says that it did. Da-da-da-da-da. Yes, all right. Ding! It worked. Am I putting out 1080p? I better be. Yeah, I am. All right, cool. Cool. All right, let's get into it. Let's go ahead and turn the game sounds on right here. I'm going to go ahead and talk to my peeps here in just a second. Sunflare coming in. I've received an invite from Monterey Pat. Look at that. Already on the ball. Already on the ball. Let me go ahead and get in party here with my crew. Now you can see right now we've got a bunch of peeps on the server. We got Monterey. We got Cat, Tan there, and Sunflare Sin. Having some fun. Let's see how we're looking on our base here. Let's see if we did our outside jump ramp. I don't see it. We got this one. Let's check it. Did we create an outside jump ramp? We didn't. We didn't create an outside jump ramp, so I guess I'm going to be making it today. All right, we'll do that. We're also going to be working on power and all of that stuff. I also made a giant entryway. You can see they parked their motorcycles there. You can also bring your truck up here. And, of course, we did all of this last time. I was talking a lot about spans and how to stabilize all of your stuff. And you can see we've got this. Now, this actually clips into there, and I cannot handle when stuff clips like that. I've got to fix that. But for right now, it does work. And, of course, blocks them coming in. Right now, they're on day 171. Very, very cool. Also learned a new technique, by the way. Right here, what happens sometimes when you're doing cement up against grass or dirt, that it doesn't quite block out perfectly. What it does, it creates kind of like a little channel along the edge of it, and you can often get your vehicle stuck in that little edge. So what I did is I put a block, every other block, to eliminate that kind of long line. Now, it's still there. You can still see there's a little bit of an edge there. You can see we go down when we get to there. But when you're on it on a vehicle, it'll just pop you back up again as opposed to getting you stuck down in that edge. So that's why it has that kind of cool pattern. Right now it's about 11:48 in game, which means about midday. So when it hits 2200, of course it's by military time. When it hits 2200, it's going to be nighttime. They do run at nighttime. Also, I find jumping makes you up faster, up the thing. Now we can have some fun here. Let's go ahead and see how our vehicles are doing. We're going to go ahead and do this. Now, at the beginning, I typically like to do the quartermastering and whatever everybody else doesn't want to do. I typically do those things. But later on in game, we have a lot of overlap. So people can build vehicles. People can do all that stuff. Let's give this a go. Oh, look at that perfection. Look at that beautiful perfection right there. Now, of course, it's going to be a couple blocks closer. So that may be a problem. Now, one of the things, of course, is to have it stop. Because, you know, when the drawbridge is up, you can just fall off the top of it. But if you do, you know, you land down there, you'll be fine. All right. Oh. Got a little bit stuck there. Now, somebody left their motorcycle in the way. I know, I guess I'm going to have to... put a thing in there. Hold on, let me say hello to everybody. Hey, everybody, how you doing tonight?
Pretty good.
Whoever left their motorcycle up here, if you don't mind moving it out of the way. I mean, I can move it for you, but I'm going to be doing the jump ramp. I'm going to make a jump ramp where you can just jump off the top of here. So it's not going to be an actual ramp. I might put a ramp coming up, but then it's going to be a ramp coming up, but a jump ramp going out. And I think that's be kind of fun, right? Because you can jump from way up here and be just fine. Oh, that's too low. That's too low there. I had this idea, too, that you could build a drawbridge. Put the drawbridge right there. You attach it to the roof, right? So it's going straight down. Then you could just go ahead and open the drawbridge when you need to, you know, when you're normally doing. And then on Horde Night, you could bring all the drawbridges down to protect the inner thing. And that is just like one of those ideas. I'm like, oh, wow, that's a cool idea. I definitely got to try that. So I'm going to probably end up taking down all these bars at some point. But what we're going to do is just create a little bit of a jump ramp that you can just go out so many span and jump out of there. So there we go. Was that anybody's bike or no? We know whose bike this is?
No,
I wish it tagged whose bike it was, but I'll just go ahead and move it. First, I guess I'm going to repair with it. Oh, I can't move it. Somebody's got it locked. Like somebody can... Okay. All right. We used to have this problem with people putting their bikes and everything in the way. Here's a warning. If you leave your bike on the server for a long time and it's in the way, I will destroy it. I'm giving everybody advance warning. I'm not going to destroy this one for right now, but don't leave it in the way of other people, whatnot. So I cannot move the bike because someone has it locked and it's in the way of me working on the ramp now. So we know who's that. If that's yours right now, I'm warning you. I will destroy that bike with everything in it.
It may have been Eggnogs, but I think he was having connection issues before. He was on and off, and now he's just gone off.
I want to see if I can bump it out of the way. Nope. Cannot bump it. You'd think this truck could bump it out of the way. Nope. Can't bump it. Can't move it. All right. Well, we'll let everybody know not to block because that's going to block for the whole team now. So that tells me that I need to make another ramp on the other side because... if people are blocking like that, you can't get your vehicle up in here. All right, so we'll have to test it later on because, again, that's in the way. Now, what I can do is just pick up my Jeep and I can put it here, and then we'll test it out here in a moment as well. You can also do that, but we have to be aware of others. And, of course, if he DCs and what's not, that's perfectly fine. That it does happen from time to time. But, again... be aware that you're not blocking other team members. All right, so we put in our things here. I don't see them. Right there. There they are. All right, so we're going to use our railings here. And we're also going to use our other stuff that I put in here for last time. But somebody looks like they went in and they fixed it up. Now, they moved some of this stuff around. And when they move stuff around, that's when I got to go looking. And that's usually why I put it in a very specific spot so I can find it. See, we got some of the miscellaneous crafting box. Don't have it in there. See, that's where I would put it because that's where you would be crafting and whatnot. But they put it in a separate box because we have so much of it, I would imagine. I don't know why that one's locked. But they put it in a separate box because we have so much of it that we can utilize. All right. This is kind of the fast way down and jump down. Now, what I'm going to do is just basically use these railings, much like I did on the other side here, to make an exit area. Now, the cool thing about these railings is, one, they span very, very far, and also they are really easy to make nice and wide. Now, I got a bit of problem there, right? Wait a minute. It's not at the same level as everything else, right? Like this one, the level's way up here, and the reason why the level's way up there is because I actually started up here. Now, this is just made out of wood, so I didn't waste any other resources. But you get the idea, right? So if you put it down too low, it's not going to line up to the thing. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about today. And then, of course, we can just use our chainsaw. And I love how it... See how it collapses the railing back down? One of my favorite parts... One of my favorite parts of the railings and using railings. The guy I was on, my lowest character. I'm like level 15. Careful not to enter the blast zone. Yeah, I will not enter the blast zone. I have not nuked anything or even gone to the blast zone yet. There we go. Okay, so you want to start up here. So then, of course, you can get your railing going. Now, the cool thing about the railing is the fact that that once you upgrade it, it will span really, really far. Including the whole entire wall here. It'll span all the way across this entire wall without having to put additional supports, which is pretty cool. I'm going to run around the outside here. Use this rebar frame to my advantage. Boom, get that one going. And then, of course, once... Somebody falling from the sky there. Once we get that one going, then we go ahead and get the rest of these going across here like this. And, of course, you can... we've got a little bit of a safety net down there because we got that building down there. But you can just kind of hang off the side a little bit. Get that going. Or you can go and just jump on some frames out there and get that going. But, you know, you kind of do this. Now, I find going out in front of it to be way easier. And look at it. It didn't even break my leg. That's why this hay is there. So people can jump down from up there to this hay and then go about their business. I figured that out right at the end last time. I was like, why is all this hay here? And I'm like, oh, that's what it is. It's a jump area. So right here, it's a little bit easier to kind of do this stuff from the front of it, right? So you go jumping up on some frames. And sometimes your frames bump you off. There we go. The frame jumping is a lot more awkward than it used to be. So you get up here, and then you just do it from the front, which is way easier. Rotisserie coming in with a follow. Thank you so much. I wrote a DAP a long time ago. Also with a follow. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoons. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to say hello in the chat. People will actually say hi back to you. I know it's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Now, if you just wandered into my stream, my name is Kismet. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I'm a partner streamer. You can see right up there with that purple check mark. It took me about 3 years to earn that purple check mark, thanks to my amazing community here on Twitch. I do play a lot of survival games, like 7 Days to Die. I do play RPGs, and, of course, occasionally some MMOs and other fun games here on the stream. If you are enjoying the stream, please consider hitting that follow button right up there. And if you're really enjoying it, please hit that subscribe button and know that every single dime that you... subscribe to this channel does go right back into the stream for events like TwitchCon or buying Xbox or equipment or doing stuff like bringing my mods to TwitchCon as a thank you for their hard work all year long. I don't take any funds from the stream. I'm hoping to build it up to some point where eventually it will actually pay me some funds. Now look at that. See how that fell? So now you know you're kind of at your maximum. But see, that shouldn't have really fell. See, I can go here, but not over there. It doesn't matter how it should work. It only matters how it does work, right? So if I jump on here as well, sometimes your weight will cause it to be unstable. Now, another reason you'll want to kind of go a little bit, then go a little bit more, is so you can upgrade it so it's stronger, right? Now, sometimes the weird thing about this game is underground things affect what happens up here, right? Now, this should be strong enough to go really, really far. So we don't even need to put a support out here at all. And let's keep it going. Upgrade it here using our forged iron. There we go. And let's see if we can make sure I'm not crouched. Woo! There we go. We made it. Now let's do it again. Let's see if it falls down again. Nope. Looking good. Looking good. Oh, and there it goes. So you're like, ah, Kismet, it keeps falling down. Well, then what you do is you start to upgrade it one at a time. Right? And again, that should work perfectly fine. That should go really, really far. Now, how many are we at right now? 1, 2, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 7 or 8, right? Look over here. This one goes even further, right? So we start with a 1, and then we'll say this is 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's about 9 there. Watch this. 10, 11. So that one went 11. Why does that one go 11 and that one not go 11? Again, some weird underground something glitch that causes that to happen. Now, normally, if I do this at ground level and there's nothing causing this kind of weird effect, you can go 12 and then 12 from both sides if you upgrade it to steel. So you got 24 span that you can do. It's pretty epic that normally you can do. But sometimes it acts funny like this. Now, what do you do when it starts acting funny? Well, you just make a support for it and roll on with life. Because, you know, it is an alpha game. It is an alpha game, and there's nothing really we can do there. Oh, my game sounds are delayed. All right, see, I noticed that my game sounds, and that's an issue with OBS that happens sometimes. Let me fix that. There we go. All right. What I do is I just turn it on to another channel, and I turn the channel back again. And that seems to fix it. All right. So we'll just put a support in there, and then we won't worry about it, right? And we've got some center pole supports. Now, the reason why I use these center pole supports is so that it doesn't obscure much of the vision of Horde Knight, or it doesn't obscure people coming in and out of the particular base. Now, I like to use a double support in case one of the supports gets knocked out, especially on Horde Night. It's going to be shooting up here. It might hit one of the supports. So I'm going to do a double support right about there. So I'm going to go ahead and look. Let's say right there. That looks about right. We'll find out when we get up there, won't we? We'll find out. Now, you can also jump on this, but I find it's kind of awkward now, where it will often knock you off of there, like so. So I kind of usually use frames. Frames are a lot easier to micromanage. The jumping is not as good as it used to be. Oh, wait. It'd really help if I actually started the second support there. Again, you always want to be thinking about your peeps, right? You want to be thinking about how your peeps are going to get by that thing, how they're going to, you know, go around. So they need to go around the outside. They're not going to be blocked by it. There we go. Oh, man, money. That's money right there. That's money. Perfecto. Boom. All right, there we go. Got that done. Now let's go try it again, right? Let's go way out here on this outside support. And we'll go ahead and put those in again. There we go. Money, money, right? Works fine. So again, it doesn't matter how it should work. It only matters how it does work. Like this base I built right here. I built this base perfectly within the parameters of the thing. In fact, less than the actual maximum parameters of the thing. It still fell down. And then what I had to do was to work around the mechanics of whatever was causing it to fall down. I actually dug all the way to bedrock, 60 blocks down, put trussing all the way from bedrock, all the way up, and then trussed it all the way around. You're going to see some, you can see them right here on this edge here. This has some cement plates over the top of it because there's actually rebar on the top. And then, of course, trussing in between to hold up all that weight. Now, I could actually make it go that 16 out. Right? You can go 16 out on trussing. You go very, very far out. So I could make that base 3 times as wide as that if I wanted to. But I actually worked within the parameters just to make sure that it would work, and then it still doesn't work. So, again, just work around it. Work around it if you run into issues. Now, I think that's probably good enough. I think it'll probably make it. But let's just go a little bit more since we built that support anyway. We might as well just go out a little bit more. Just for funsies. This way, they don't land on the spikes or anything down there. And what I'm going to do is just go ahead and do a little bit of this action where I just kind of precariously hang over here. There we go. And then, it fell down again. Why did you fall down? Literally, I got 2 supports right there. That should not fall down. That should not fall down for any reason. I got 2 mainline supports supporting this edge over here. All right, let's go one more. See how weirdly odd that is sometimes? But, I work within the parameters I'm given that I can use. So let's just go right here. That's about as good as we do. I can create another support down here that might counteract that. But because it looks like there's no support underneath here, look, that's only 3 blocks. That should go 12 out and be just fine. But that's okay. Again, we work within the parameters that we can do. So let's go back up into the base. And get way back up here. Oh, that's our actual base here. This is... I should paint that another color. All right, so we're going to go ahead. Sorry, shut up. Go away, sorry. Stop it. Sorry's listening to me. Sorry. Eavesdropping. All right. Let's go ahead and pick this up. And we'll put our truck in here. And then we'll put our truck on this side. Get on the right side here. Test this out. Come on. There we go. See, I put it in front of that motorcycle. It's just blocking me right now. Whoever's motorcycle that is, get it out of there. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. We got their gyrocopter out. Oh, look at all these dead peeps. Are they dead? They're not dead. Just spawned right there. Bunch of ferals out of nowhere. Now, ferals are really hard to kill with the car, but it is fun to run them over. Look out! Don't flip over. Now sometimes you just hit them straight on, or you just wing them. And it's kind of fun to back over them, too. I love the ragdoll effect. It's a lot of fun. Run him over. Back over him again. Got that one. Where you going, girl? Whoa! She went flying! And run right into my car. Pretty good backwards driver. Alright, well, actually, that worked pretty good against the ferals. Normally, the ferals take forever to run over. Like, one time we came out here with motorcycles. We were just motorcycling all over the place. Trying to do it. So that works pretty good. Now, another thing you can do, by the way, is to create a ramp down at the bottom just for them to land. Right? So when they're coming down, they're angling down. They'll hit it in such a way that it'll bounce them out. So they don't hit it straight like that. That'd be pretty good. Now I'm going to create another ramp on this side, which is going to basically do the same thing as the ramp over there. But we're going to go ahead and count out how far our ramp is, just to kind of create some symmetry on those sides. I'd love to take all this out and put cement down all over here for Horde Night. Not out too far, though. You don't want to be out too far. What I found in Alpha 16, I haven't tried it here in Alpha 17. Maybe we should try it in Alpha 17. Is if you put the cement out too far, it screws up your spawn for Horde Night. So watch out for that. Watch out for that, but I might just get around to that. All right, so let's see. We're going to count. That's what we're going to do. All right, now an easy way to count is to use your frames, of course. And what I do is I'll say, okay, right about here, we'll just count these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We'll say that's 8, 9, 10. So we'll just throw in an extra 10 when we're done. We'll look this way, see if there's any frames. Oh, I forgot to remove those frames. And we'll just go ahead and put down a bunch of frames. Like this. I'm wasting some frames, but I'm feeling lazy today. I don't feel like going up there and getting them all. Feel a little lazy. Okay, we'll get some of those resources back. There we go. All right. So again, we're just going to put down frames as far as this thing is. It's backpedal. Oh, no, 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 no. Wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. Actually, where's my wrong song? There.
Wrong, 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 wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong.
There you go. Okay. Frames. Now, Frames is the true genius of 7 Days Die, one of my favorite games of all time. Hi, Real Vest, what's up? Blazing Fire coming in saying hi, what's up? There we go. Now, again, Frames is the true genius of this because you can build stuff without actually building it, if you know what I mean. You can make stuff, kind of figure out what you want to do, and then just fill it in at the end, or take the entire thing down without a loss of resources and whatnot. Oh, we gotta elbow this out a little bit. Now, what I'm doing is I'm just putting frames down at the distance in which we're going out on this side, and I'm going to show you how to match it on the other side. Now, there we go. Now, the trick is to learn how that it manages your inventory, right? How does it, when you pick up a frame, what does it do, right? So when I pick up this frame right here, right, I'm going to pick it up with E. Watch what happens here in the bar. I've got 95 on me right now. Boop, now I've got 96, right? So let me go ahead and put that one back down again. Oh, or how about I pick those up again? There we go. I'm going to put that back down again. Now we have the maximum amount. Now here's...
Could you guys please send me the password?
Absolutely. I'll get it for you. Let's see. Twitter. You played on the server before, right? Yeah, you have. Agreed to all the rules and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I thought so, but, you know, sometimes you got to ask because, you know, how my memory is. All right, there we go. I got to do some admin stuff here. Hold on a sec. Admin stuff. Boop. There you go. You got it. All right, so he's got that. So let's go in here into our inventory. What we're going to do is we're going to put one frame in here. Oh. There's a bit of a bug. I can't pull it back out of there again, so I'm going to scrap it and then cancel. Now I can pull it out of there. You have that problem. So I'm going to put 10 frames in here to count the 10 frames that we didn't actually put frames down, right? Because there's spikes there. So we're going to start with that. Now I'm going to pick one up, and this time I'm going to watch again right over here in the bar. Is it going to go to 86? Ah, it didn't go to 86, did it? That's because you can see here it's 11. So it actually goes in your inventory first, then in your bar second. So if you have one in your inventory and one in your bar, it'll always choose your inventory first. Now what that does is it makes counting easy, because now you just pick them all back up again. Because why do I got to manually count? Forget that. Forget that stuff. Oh, we got an extra one there. We got an extra one. We're not going to just let that one fall. Forget that extra one. I don't have to count this. I don't have to count this. Game just counted it for me. 78. So it's 78 away from the wall. Simple as that. And that's it. Now we know exactly how far that is. Let's get back in our truck here. Woo! Do a little 4-bind. Booyah! Oh, come on. Come on. I was feeling the jump on that one. Come on, let's go. Woo! There we go. All right. Now the fun part. We got a lot of stuff in the way, right? If we want that to go, we got to take all this stuff out. Boom. Now, this truck should literally just crash through this stuff, I think. I think you just hit it, boom, insta-destroy, everything goes flying. That would be lots of fun. But sadly, no. Now, let's see if we can sneak up on some peeps here. We're apparently camping over here. Wow, didn't die with a 1-shot to the head. Died with a 2-shot to the head. Nope, still not dead. 3 shots to the head. 3 shots to the head with headshot perk. Gotta reload. Why am I going slow? I feel like I'm going slow backwards. Weird. Oh, because I'm aiming. That's why. Really. Dead yet? Dead now. Because I was aiming like this. That's why I was going slow. Alright, let's see if we can snag some more peeps. I like to sneak up on them. Some people, they like to melee. They like to run in there and wail on them. I like to sneak up on them, get that 2 times. Headshot. Gotta find their head. Oh, that's a double barrel action. Watch this as Kismet runs away. Run! Stop! Later! That's a few too many. Oh, look, we got a bunch of trees out here. I'm planting a bunch of trees. Go for the cop first. Have a little fun running them over. Watch out, they can get you when you stop. Back over them. Again, sometimes it takes a while to kill these ferals. I'm just going to keep running over this cop. And then try to back over him. Ah, he's finally dead. Nope, not dead yet. Oh, he blew up. Something really fun about backing over. By the way, you can actually turn your camera and back over him, like, by actually looking. I'll show you, hold on. Run him over, then rotate your camera while you're backing up. And you can actually control what direction, oh, kind of. You can control what direction you're going. Gotta get full backup mode first. There we go. Alright, this is gonna take all day. Come on. I could have done that at the beginning, but more fun to just run them over a little bit. Alright. No, sometimes I just do stuff for fun, you know? It doesn't have to always be like, you know, all like that, right? Alright, so this whole entire area here has got to go. This has got to go. This is blocking my area. So what we're going to do... why am I... Oh, because I have my food. Hold on. was like, wow, I thought my, or no, my water's really low. Actually, I need water, not food, but whatevs. So we're going to go ahead and make one from this side. Now, again, we know that it was 78. So we're going to swap these frames in, these frames out. And then, of course, we're going to take 10 of these out because we know it's roughly 10. There we go. And then we're going to count 10 out, right? Roughly 10. It doesn't have to be exact, by the way. It doesn't have to be totally exact, but, you know, if you like it to be exact, then go for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Say right about here. Roughly. Roughly. And let's go ahead and try to center it out a little bit. Now, it is nighttime, by the way. They do run, but, of course, we got tons and tons of ferals as well. I'm going to need one extra because I put that one over there. Let's go. Now, you might want to be listening for mobs because they can't get you. Because you left-clicked, you can switch to keyboard steering, so you have mouse look. Yep. Yep, I just said that. I just said that. Dee. Count that as the one that was missing. I know what it, always whenever I use my auger, it's always out of fuel whenever I go to use it. I mean, even if I just want to do something simple like that, I know it's like the law of averages. Because you don't remember to refuel it, usually. All right. That's a pretty long ways, isn't it? That's a long ways right there. All right. So we're going to need some stuff to make this happen. First, we're going to need a lot more, rampy things. Walkways. Now it's nighttime, so all mobs run on our server. And, of course, you can have complete control over what happens on your server. If you have a private server like us, we have a mega server. Pretty epic. Man, I wish that was powered. Wouldn't that be awesome if that was powered and you can have it detect the player? And as you roll up, kind of like a garage door opener, as you roll up, the drawbridge would automatically go down. It would only detect players and not zombies. Or you could do it with zombies, too. You can make it where it goes up when the zombies get there. But if you could roll up, it was powered, so it would go down whenever it detected you with your detector. And then as you rolled past, it no longer detected you. It would shut the power off, which, of course, would put it down or put it up or whatever state you wanted it to be in. Dude's blocking me! Blocking me. Blocking my ramp. Alright, so we gotta go make some stuff, and we'll get to work on this. Right up here. Let's do it. Okay, oh, we need to use the saw thing. So what I want to do is do some walkways. Right here, these railings right here. But to do those railings, you can see there's a little symbol there. That stands for the table saw. There's something new they added, Alpha 17. We got half railings. I don't know why we're making half railings, but whatever. Let's see, walkways. We're gonna make some double railings here. How many can we make? We make 4 because we don't have much wood on us here. Check the wood box. Wood box looking good, looking good. And then we're going to go ahead. That's way too many. That's way too many. Let's say about 250. Now, the thing is, we actually have 2 of these. So I don't have to wait for this side. So we'll make 250 on that side. And then we'll come over to this side and just kind of double up on it. Make another 250 on this side. And we'll have plenty to work with. And then we'll let them run on both sides. Now, I already have some on me. I have 58 on me, so I can actually get started right away. We're going to basically do what we have already got here. This kind of ramp. But then, of course, it's going to be the full ramp like we have on the other side. I'm going to try this jumping off the edge technique. There we go. So we need the same kind of thing basically right here. So we're going to go ahead and start the same thing. We need to look at where we're at because we don't want to put it out here. That's not going to do us any good because there's a wall right there. And, of course, this is all for all the supports and whatnot. So we want to start it actually right here. We want to start it on the cement so it has a built-in support system. And then we'll just kind of upgrade it as we go along. Same kind of things. We'll put supports as we go every so often. We'll go ahead and take these out. And then we'll jump down. Whee! Boop. And then start to fill it in. Let's go. Let's fill it in with... Oh, we're going to need some more rebars, too. We'll get some of those in a bit. Actually, let's just get them right now while we're thinking about it. Let's stock up on the rebars. Boom, boom, boom. Mega server is the way to go. Go big or go home. Exactly, Blair and Fire. That's the way to go. Of course, you know, the whole reason why I work 7 days a week and work so hard. Hey there, Holy Dad. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. Basically, why I work so hard 7 days a week on a stream is to bring free servers and things like this to you guys. So you guys, you know, you can come in, play on our server, have a fun time. Go for it. We only ask you to be respectful of other people, right? Don't come in, grab all the resources, and be a jerk and all that stuff. You should know that by now by playing on any game server. Let's see. Where would those be? Those would be in the building box. Where is my building box? Over here. That kind of stuff. You want to be part of the server. Very simple. You go onto the Discord, discord.gg/Kismet. My mods will just throw it in the chat there. You can go ahead and click that link, or you can go ahead and find it right down below the stream. Super easy. There you go. Ninja, if you'd like to know, actually, I'm going to call you TJB, because otherwise it sounds like I'm talking to the other Ninja. You can actually find out what Kiz Caps are for down below the stream. I've got all that info down below there. Actually, I'm working on some pop-up graphics for that kind of stuff, too. How to be part of contests, what Kiz Caps are, and all that other stuff. It'll show up eventually on the stream. Usually only so much time in the day, if you know what I mean. Only so much time. All right, so we're waiting in the building box. We got more frames. We've got our central supports. You can see we have 474 of those central supports. We've probably already made some of these already. Over here, the central catwalk, 87 over there. And 83 over here. There we go. Now we got 224. We got plenty. Let's go. Whee, bloop. There we go. So this is our in-ramp. This is going to be our in-ramp on this side. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to create basically just a little bit of a jump ramp. So you just go, woo, off the side, you jump, and you land. I'm kind of wondering if I should put a little bit of a wedge. So when you jump, you actually get a little bit of a jump on it. Right? I'd like to test that, but there's a motorcycle in my way. So I might test it on this side and then just put a little bit of a jump, a little bit of a wedge jump. So you hit that wedge, you get a little bit of a jump, and then when you land, maybe you'll land flatter. I don't know. We'll find out. We'll test it out and see if it works. All right, now we'll jump back down again onto the hay bales here so we don't break our legs. And let's get going. Do a little bit of a jump. Jump action, a little Minecraft jump. Oh, we should have got some water while we were at it, too. We'll work on that in a bit. All right, let's just get this started. Let's get this a little bit started. And we'll go back about 4 right there. Again, just rinse and repeat. The same kind of stuff. All right. Actually, so I'm going to do a lot of this. I'm going to go ahead and just switch this up to 2. And switch this into 2, that into 3. Maybe put this as 4. I have a Razer Naga. Actually, it's a wireless Razer Naga Chroma Epic. And I got all these buttons on the side. So if I move it up closer, up in the line, then I can just press 2 or 3 or whatever it is, like 2, 3, 4 on the side of the mouse, which makes it super easy. See? I got my hand off the keyboard. 2, 3, 4. That's why I love the Razer Naga. I even have the Razer Naga on my main machine, on my streaming PC, as well as on my Mac. I replaced the Mac mouse. That's the worst mouse. I hate that mouse. And I used to work for Apple, so. So I could say it because I don't work for them anymore. I could say it. I could probably say it even if I did work for them. I don't really like their mouse. I think it's very underrated for what I do, right? Just for normal stuff. You know, if you're just doing your, you know, word processing and stuff like that, it's fine for that. But if you're doing like 3D animations, video editing, and all of that other stuff that I do, and I switch a lot between the tools. I'm also a graphic designer. So I switch a lot between the tools, back and forth, back and forth. It just makes it super convenient for me to switch with those side buttons. They are a godsend for somebody who does a lot of tool switching and whatnot. All right, so there we go. So we're going to go ahead and do, let's see how many supports we're going to do out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're at 7 out right now. Again, I don't want to obscure their ability to go in and out of here. Also, I don't want the supports knocked out from under it. So I'm going to go ahead and put the supports pretty much where we had it over here. We want to kind of line it up along here, which is going to be kind of like right here. Looks like a good spot to me. Let's go for it. And again, I prefer to do it this way, because this way is way easier, the little jump way of doing it. Right? Because you can line it perfectly up like that, where you want the thing to be. Right? Much easier way of doing that. Of course, now the problem is, how do I get back down? Boop. Hay bales. So we got hay bales there, so that does help. So if you're really smart, what you'll do, and sometimes it's awkward to jump on those things. What you'll do is you put the hay bale down first before you start jumping up. All right, you put the hay bale down there. I learned that actually from Pokey's Luck, who does that every time he does the building. Very, very smart technique. To do that ahead of time. There we go. Like that. Notice I can actually do this from down below if you are angling just right. Very nice. There. Bars here make this a little bit more awkward, but that's okay. We'll do what we got to do. All right, now at this point, I suggest, because of the awkwardness that we had over there, notice this one's not doing what that one was doing, right? This one's not being awkward like that one over there. But I suggest upgrade it anyway. Upgrade it anyway. Now this takes lots and lots of forged iron, though my peeps are awesome. They're crushing that forged iron big time, as well as if we ran out, I would go and I would collect some more to contribute. If you use a lot of resources, make sure that you're also contributing back to collecting those resources, or contributing in some other way, like managing the base and things like that. That do help out everybody. In my case, I'm providing the server and managing the base, and I was making vehicles and tools and all those other things. But of course, now we're balanced between multiple people doing all of that stuff, which is nice. Which is very, very nice. Keep her going here. All right. Now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to kind of reverse work here, where we kind of work from the outside in, right? And we're going to put our drawbridges way out there, not so close to the base. Makes it difficult to go in and out of the base. And the whole point of these ramps is so that people can drive their vehicles in and out, and they don't have to do that every single time, especially with this really kind of awkward thing that we have here in the front. I mean, it works fantastically on Horde Night, which Horde Night? What's Horde Night, guys?
Should be 175, I believe.
175. All right, awesome. Probably won't get to Horde Night tonight. We'll see. We'll see. But instead of going up this awkward thing every time, he should be able to just take his vehicle and drive it right up in the base, drop everything in the drop box, and then just drive the heck out of there, which is what I've been trying to work on forever. Forever here. So what we got to do is we got to watch out we don't kill ourselves in our own spikes. We also don't want the supports to be obscuring Horde Night, where they're running and, of course, hitting our supports and then trying to knock our supports out. So we got to kind of think about, okay, how far are our supports going to go out here? So we're at 2 there. Say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Say right about there, right? So roughly about here. Now, of course, we don't know if that's lined up with the center of that block. So you have to kind of visualize where the center of that block is, and I just happen to be epic. What can I say? There we go. And I'm not afraid to say so. I just kidding. Just kidding. I don't have that kind of ego anymore. There you go. There you go. That's so cool that you put your time and effort into streaming and still inspire me every day. Oh, well, you're welcome. You're welcome. Everybody goes through some rough times, and you have to find something that you love to do in your life to keep on going. You know that I'd say about 80 or 90% of people in the world don't do what they love to do every day. They just go to a job, earn a paycheck, go home, and rinse and repeat every single day. Whoa. Hello. Look at these guys. Watch this move. Woo! That was a close one, right? Little suckers. Now you're gonna die! Now you're gonna die for trying to gank me. Now, that's a wandering horde that likes to sneak up on you when you're working on stuff at nighttime. And of course, since it's nighttime, they run. Nice little wandering horde. Now, of course, I heard them. I heard the noise of them running. And then, of course, what I did is I left it up that high because, of course, I've already got the supports there. So it would actually support the one I'm on. Now, I don't want to stand up there and shoot him because then I'd have to, you know, rebuild that whole thing. Not that it's that much to rebuild it. Oh! Now I'm going to die. Oh, God. See, and that's what the drawback of that thing is. You see that little touch of lag when I was trying to jump? So it froze me, and then it came back in, and then I fell. So you got to watch out for that lag action. But that's okay. I luckily have some thing here to heal myself. There we go. So this entrance isn't really a great entrance for people. It's great for Horde Night, but for people coming in and out, it is fairly difficult. You can't put I could have just put a block down there, by the way, to make it easier. It also makes it harder to kill the mobs, because the mobs are jumping all the time, so it's hard to shoot them in the head, which is what I do, because it uses less ammo. It's very, very difficult to do that. But we're going to go ahead and set up a whole bunch of defenses, hopefully tonight. We can get that going, and so forth. Look at this. He tried to destroy my stuff. Don't destroy my stuff. Oh, and I'm out of... Can you believe I ran out of concrete? Usually I have tons of it. All right, well, speaking of, let's go back in there. Let's try this the easy way without killing ourselves this time. Again, just put a couple... And this one, because it's too wide, you put 2 blocks in. But the other ones are only 1 block wide. And let's get some more concrete. Up in here. Dee. Now, they've been doing the boss mode on this concrete. Because look at that. They have just things and things full of concrete. I can't believe I actually ran out. Usually, that's like the first thing I look for is the concrete. What side is it? This side with the yellow. Booyah! Oh, yeah. That's hay bales there. Normally, you can jump down on the hay bales and not hurt yourself. Still got to test that underground hay bales. But that's what should have happened last time. So a little touch of lag. Whoop, off the side. Whoop, there it is. All right, so we got to repair our thing here. Again, I should get that water because it keeps messing with my my stuff. I don't repair rebar frames. I don't repair. It takes longer. Just knock them out. I got to make some more faster. All right, here we go. Going up, working on our supports. Now, the trick to this is also figuring out how high you want your supports to go to coincide with your other ramp up there, right? And we can just kind of eyeball it, but also we can actually go in and do the math, too. Once we connect these 2 sides here, we'll do a bit of the math, and then we'll know every single time. That's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. And if it's wrong, we can always knock it down and rebuild. No big. Now, I'll come back later, by the way. Looks like 1 more, maybe. Pretty close. I'll come back later and upgrade all of these supports, too, so they'll have 5,000 instead of 3,000 all the way up. So that no matter where they get hit, they'll still be still be supported. That's definitely too high. So what I do is I actually usually go 1 higher to see if it's too high. Kind of feels too high, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a... No, maybe not. All right, cool. Cool. Oh, let's actually go back down. We definitely don't want to fall over here because this is right where the spikes are. So what you want to do is get kind of in between the 2, right? Somewhere in between. So you can work both sides at the same time. Hopefully nobody comes and ganks me. Makes me fall down on the spikes. Find out. There we go. We got to line ourselves up to the thing here. And then a little bit too far out there. That's okay. We can precariously, might be falling to my death here in a minute, precariously kind of push ourselves out a little bit here. Nope, still not far enough. Now you can actually go 5 out from a center support of rebars. So I can actually go pretty far. But it's finding that little bit of it outside, like leaning off the edge there. Actually, it activates my vertigo whenever I do that. There we go. So we're just going to do 1 row here. Try to jump up. Oh! Whoa, that was lucky. That was lucky. I tried to jump up on it and I missed it. So we're going to jump up on it and then upgrade it before we go too far, is what we're trying to say there. There we go. Now you can also try to do this, by the way, which is you get on the edge of it, like that, and then you can just walk it out. Right? That works pretty good. I feel it takes longer because you got to work on that precision of doing it, but if you're doing something that requires you to do this kind of stuff, really super useful. That's a really super useful technique. Great Kismet tip for you on 7 Days to Die. There we go. Again, I want to leave that open because that's my main rebar there that I want to take down in a second. But it looks like we did it just perfecto. Nice, nice. And then I'll go ahead and bring this in after I take my rebars out. Like that. And then we'll get on the other side and then continue that on. And we're also going to do our supports here. So let's see how much we did. 12 there. See, look how far that spans. It spans really, really far. So let's do 12 more. 1, 2. Oops, let's cut out a little bit more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, you can do this too, which helps you count in 5s. And then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 5. And then you put a second one on top. There's 10, right? Kind of helps you do the math. And there's 12 right there, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 10, 12. I do that a lot, especially when I'm doing corners and stuff like that. I'll do a double block so I know where my center pieces are, where my corner edges are, where all my supports are going to be, stuff like that. Now, if this actually was going to be a support thing, it would actually be like that. That's actually where my support's going to be, and then that's going to be the span between there and there. And it should be just fine to do that. So we're going to go ahead and go, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4 out right here. And I'm going to try to fill in this side. And we're just going to do 1 row here just to kind of speed this up a little bit. Because it goes way faster if you just do kind of 1 row at a time, a little bit higher. If you do 1 row at a time, and then you can come back and you can fill in all the side rows at the end. Like so. And then if we really want to get fancy, we could also try to fill that in. Fail. Fail. Big fail. I missed the first one, so the other 2 made it too heavy and it made the first one fall down. That's funny. That's funny, but that's okay. We got plenty of these. We got plenty of these going in. Oh, I just did it again, but luckily it was only 1 block. All right, let's keep going. We'll go ahead and do our center supports, which are going right down the line here, which are right here. Actually, that's going to have to be closer. That's going to have to be closer so that I can do the second one at the same time. Can't quite get it yet. Well, I know I can get you. That's the magic of being me. I know what works. I think that is really the greatest thing in any game. Is once you know what works, man, that gives you an incredible power. That knowledge lets you know, okay, I can do this and I can do that. And then if I do this, and I was like, oh, what if I do this and this? Oh, wow, I can do something new, right? I do love that about games, is that discovery process. Let's see. You still amazed me. There we go. Sir, coming as his Kismet. You're awesome base build. I'm absolutely blown away every time I see one of your builds. That's because I love to do it. You know, if you find something that you love to do in life.
Get off. I'll see you later.
Have a great night. if you do find something that you really love to do, I find that you do it just a little bit extra good, right? A little bit better. As I love to build bases, and I like to try different stuff every time. And of course, you know, a lot of the techniques that I'm using now are techniques that I've learned in previous builds, or I've used in previous builds to do what we're doing now. Right there. Yeah, this one's one over. This one, I believe. There we go. And then back down again. And I just find it's easier to go in and just go in between, right? In between the two, like right about here. And if you luck out and you get the right spot, you can do both sides, which is pretty cool. And you'll see I leave a gap between there because this makes it easier to work on it. There we go. Now we got it going on. Now we got this frame in the way here. And again, we'll just go ahead and upgrade right here. You always want to start where the support is. Right there. And then work your way forward. Because it does have real physics, which doesn't work always perfectly. But it does have physics that affect the game as you're putting stuff in. Like so. And again, we'll just keep on keeping on, right? We'll take up our frames here that we use for measuring. Measuring. I was on the Wii. You're doing the Wii Fit. Measuring. Last coming in. Having some fun. All right. Let's do it right here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, I'm off too. Good night, guys.
Good night.
Night. Do you shoot me Rilvis an invite, please?
Sure, Monterey's on the invite action. All right, heading up. Keep on keeping on here. Oh, broke my leg. Sometimes that happens. What happens is you get all the way to the top and it knocks you off of there while you're jumping. And now I've broken my leg, so now I gotta get my way back into the base and get one, because of course I don't bring any splits with me. That'd be too easy. It's torture. Torture. While I'm in there, maybe I'll remember some water this time so I don't run out of stuff all the time. Get my chat back up over here. There we go. Doop, doop. There we go. Catch up on my mod chat. There we go. There we go. Boom. Lots of slow walking at this point. It's like torture. It's like torture, the slow walking. Slow walking. Come on. One of the cool things, though, when you do have a broken leg, because the ladder actually goes faster when you're not holding down shift, it actually makes you go up the ladder a little bit faster. A little side note. Little side note there. I could have got it actually from one level below. Because we have our med box right over here. Now, normally I like to... let's actually just take a couple splints. By the way, do you guys know that you actually have a broken leg emote? Try it out in the chat. Because it happens to me all the time. Try out those broken legs. For every person who does the broken leg emote in the chat, I'm going to give out 1,000 kids caps right now. So one, you can put 100 in there or 5 in there. It only counts as one. So each one. What do you do to have to become mod? Well, you hang out in the channel for a while. You help peeps. You become an awesome part of the community. We know you're not going to troll or start having a little go on a power trip or something and start banning people. Typically that's what it takes. I don't mod people for a very long time. Usually they got to be in the stream for, 3, 6 months, a year or whatnot. Because that shows that dedication that I know that if I put them in a position of power, I don't have to worry about them losing control. Usually, though I have banned people for that before, because they just got a power trip and they start going on a power trip and they start telling people what they should do, and I'm like, all right, sorry, I got to let you go. And it's not, I don't want to let them go. I hate letting people go. I've fired lots of people. I've fired lots of people as the boss. That's what you have to do. But it's not my fault they don't show up on time. It's not my fault they don't get their work done. It's not my fault. I'm not causing their issues. They are causing their issues. Now, I know I have a lot of empathy for people who have trouble, their car breaks down, whatever. But if you're late 53 times, there's some sort of problem there, right? If your work is always late 150 times, there's some sort of problem there, right? Something that needs to be solved, and it's not on my end as the boss, right? So good to know. Good to know when you're working. Remember, the only thing that your boss cares about, and by the way, if you try to get a job, I'll tell you a little job tips too. We'll take a little moment here. If you are trying to get a job, the best thing to do is not to sit back and kick back like, hey, what's up, bro? What's up? Unless that's what kind of business it is, I guess. But you want to sit on the edge of your chair and you say, what are you looking for? Right? Because you want to know what he's looking for. And if you fit that description, you tell him that. You say, oh, that's me. You know, I'm on time. I don't bring my personal problems to work. I'm really good at what I do. You won't have to worry about me. I'm just going to go to it. I'm going to make it happen. And that's it. Those are the people I hire. I don't care if you have 15 PhDs. If I don't think you're going to show up to work and I don't think you're going to make it happen, and of course, you know, the better you do, the better everybody else does, and the better you do, again, right? You know, it comes back to you, you know. And I'm the kind of boss that lets you play games at work after your work's done and all that kind of fun stuff. I'm that kind of boss, the chill kind of boss, the boss that doesn't yell at you and do all that ridiculous stomping around and whatnot. That doesn't motivate people. People hate that. Behind your back, they're just saying this guy's a complete a-hole or this lady's a complete a-hole, because the ladies do it as well. They fall into that same trap where they think that they got to bully people all the time, right? So what you do is you go in there and you tell them, I'm the one. I'm the one. I'm going to show up. You got to have that confidence. I'm the one for this job. By the way, that's how I got my first epic job working with $10 million in pre-press equipment. 10 million. It wasn't my 10 million. Somebody else's 10 million. Way back in the day, I said, I'm the person. I'm the one for this job. And I crushed that job. I destroyed it, man. I was the best they ever had. Best they ever had at that job. And then I went on to go to another company that had like $20 million in equipment that I could do pre-press and printing and posters and work with some of the top companies in the world. It was amazing. All because I said, I'm the one. Now, you got to think that I'm like 20 years old at the time. Right? I think it was 21. 21 at the time. And everybody else who applied for that job were way older than me. People have been in the industry for 10, 20, 30 years, maybe multiple generations, been in printing and publishing. And I'm just some 20-year-old kid. 20-year-old kid saying, I'm the one. I'm the one you should hire over all these other people who are way more experienced than me. Because I'm going to show up on time and I'm going to make it happen. And that's what I did. I mean, I converted that whole entire thing over. Converted the whole thing over, man. I made them a fortune. I made them a fortune, but of course, I made some serious money as well, right? I made that money as well. There you go. Any tips for an architect in school? I did study architecture when I was a kid, by the way. I loved architecture. I did study that. My actual architecture teacher passed away in high school. So they canceled all of the architectural classes. I went to it for 1 year, and then all the architecture classes were canceled in my school, which is sucky because I actually wanted to learn architecture and graphic design. Learn both of them because then, you know, whatever field I want to do or overlapping of both of those. So I did study for both of it. I'd say the same thing. You want to go into it with a passion. You don't want to do something like, I guess I could go into architecture. I guess I could go into graphic design, or I guess I could go into this. You want to go all in, man. You want to go all in on that thing, right? And it served me well. I've been a graphic designer for 25 years. I've made more money than people make in a lifetime. And I spent all that money, too, and I'm not dead, so I'm happy for that. Spent it on doctors. Useless doctors, most of them. But I am still not dead, and I'm still around, so I guess it did work out in the end. But now I'm just rubbing pennies together. Back to the rubbing pennies. As you know, you have cycles in your life where, you know, sometimes you have excess and sometimes you don't. And of course, I also have kids and wife and, you know, all the other standard expenses that you got to pay stuff on. So, you know, my wife, of course, covers that now because I did get ill. She didn't have to work for 10 years, by the way. 10 years. She took care of my kids and did an amazing job. Of course, that's still work, but it's just a different type of work. So you don't have to go to work and punch in and deal with all the knuckleheads at work. You guys know what I'm talking about. You know, you go in there like, oh, God. Here comes so-and-so. Oh, yeah, not that guy. Ah, God, not that lady. Oh, yeah. She's just gonna do her thing that just irritates me to no end. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. You're thinking of those people right now in your head. So, yeah, I say go all in, man. Go all in, Neurotic. If that's what you love to do, if that's a passion of yours, you know what you do? You find people who have the same passion as you. People who have passion for architecture. Like, you guys have a passion for games. Otherwise, you wouldn't be in my channel right now. If you guys love games or just want to chill out or like a positive spin on the end of your day or the beginning of your day, depending on where you are in the world, you're in the right place. You're in the right place to chill out and have some fun. Because that's what I do. I chill. I chill a Rooney and build some stuff from time to time. So, yeah, that's what I would do. Go in there, tell them you're the one. This is the job I want to do. If you're studying architecture, obviously you want to study all the major architectural programs and, of course, study the very specific style of architecture that you like the most, whether it's like Frank Lloyd Wright or other very famous architectures. You want to make sure to have that background knowledge of all the major architects and what they did, what was their impact upon architecture, and all of that other stuff. And then, of course, learn everything from them, but don't steal from them, right? You can get ideas from them, but you should never really just directly steal from other people. You want to take their stuff and make it even better. Like my build here. Take it and make it even better. Do one that's even better on your server. So there you go. And if you are looking for a server, by the way, drop my name with Nitrado. Get yourself a free discount there. Or not a free server, but a free discount, a 10% off discount on Nitrado, which are pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. I'm the one, exactly. That's how you get the job, I'm telling you. That's how I get it. If they turn you down, you know what? There's plenty of other jobs out there. Go out there and get another job. But, of course, you always want to be working toward that thing that you really want to do, right? Everything should be a stepping stone toward this thing. This thing way up here, that's your dream job. These are all the little steps that get there, right? Like me, I wanted to be a graphic designer, so I learned all about printing and publishing and coloring, and I studied in college, and I worked with other people who are really amazing at what they did, and I worked for some of the best companies in the world because everybody else was more awesome, which made me awesome, right? Me more awesome because I was around awesome people who raise you up as a person, right? Make you better at what you do, especially at places like the pre-press places I've worked, especially at Apple. Oh my gosh, there's some of the most amazing people in the world there who raise you up as a person, right? Like if you want to be better at working with people and coordinating stuff or organizing or whatever it is you want to be around other great people who have a passion for what you do. Great example of this is Steven Spielberg, right? And George Lucas and all of those. Did you know all of them started at the same time? Did you know they all started at the same time and they were like a whole clique of directors? And they were like the youngest directors ever. And they all were together and they would give feedback on each other's movies, right? And they would help each other learn the craft that they wanted to do. And that's why they're, of course, some of the greatest directors in the world, because they took that feedback, they learned about what their craft was, and they helped each other along the way. And that's really what you want. If you have that support system, you have some other people that love to do what you love to do, oh man, look out. Look out, the world's yours. Go for it. Go take it. Grab it. Grab that life by the reins and ride that sucker. That's what I do every day. I do that every day. I get up and I say, you know what am I going to do today? What am I going to do today that just gets me a little bit further toward being, a pro streamer, doing what I want to do every day, right? And that's, come in here, play, have some fun, hang out with my crew, build some stuff. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I'm talking to you guys. Sometimes I do get way off the thing. I do a little squirrel. Let's get some squirrels in the chat, everybody. Water, that's what I was looking for. All right, cool, that came back to me. My brain's actually working a little bit today. Get them squirrels in the chat. Again, that's why I have that squirrel emote, because sometimes if I go off thing, you guys just throw it in the chat. Say, Kismet, you squirreled there, bro. You squirreled there big time. Now, I usually drink too many of these. I'm trying to be better. I can actually see my food and water here with this mod that we have running, which is pretty cool. Let's throw that mod in the chat. Unless we already did. Let's throw it at the mods that we're using in the chat. So when you're drinking the water, it actually does 20, but it takes a long time to fill up. So sometimes I just drink too many of them. So let's say that's going to go to 70. That would be 80, 90, and then it's going to go a little bit too far here. I'm going to drink one extra. It's going to go too far, but that's okay. And then now that's going to be 100%. So all I got to do is wait for my little bar over here to go all the way back up. Now, normally, if you want to see that bar or see that information, you can go in and see it in here, or actually... it's in here. You can see that information. You can see the percentages going up. Or when you get low food, low water, usually it shows up on the right-hand side there. Or it can show up over here, depending on what mod you got installed, whatever. I love this little mod because it does remind me. I'm like, why is my stamina not regenning, right? Why is it taking so long for my stamina to come up? And then I just kind of peek over here, and I'm like, okay, it's either food or water or whatever. Or I'm really hot or I'm really cold. Something like that. That does affect your stamina. It can be really obnoxious, by the way. That constant issue with stamina. All right, we got all those going, and let's just jump out the window. What do you think? Why? I love me some jumping out the window. All right. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. And again, we're building another ramp over here. We're doing it the kind of quicker way by just doing what's known as the kind of center ramp here. We got knocked down from our frames here. That's okay. We got plenty more frames. We'll just go up on this side. Now, here's another little trick, by the way. If you are getting attacked a lot by zombies, say you're playing by yourself, if you do a two thing like this, like one over there, one over here, if this one starts to fall down, you can jump onto the other one. I have done that before when I start getting ganked by stuff. It does come in handy. All right, there we go. And again, bring this out. I usually go about 2 out when you're getting to that outer limits of the distance that you can go. So you can go about 2 out there. It'll help you as you go down. You can see I kind of just alternate my mouse here on the way down. Very nice. All right. Again, let's go another 12 here. Now, again, there's a much easier way to do this with frames. Just right-click 12 times. Or roughly 12 times, in case that was 13. And put it down here. Let it do the math for you. Why are you doing the math? Too much math late at night sucks. I want to prove to you that you can be an amazing mod. Well, just hang out in the channel and be awesome. That's how you prove it to me. That's how you prove it to me as well. And if you are really interested in being a mod, go ahead and whisper Game Killer or any of my other mods that are on. Let them know to put you on the list, and as I need more mods, I will contact you. There you go. That's why I brought those extra ones, because I knew it was going to do that at some point. Use them. There we go. Now watch as I take this out. It doesn't actually fall down because it's actually attached to that one over there. Actually attached over there. Oh, airdrop coming in. Bring that sweet, sweet airdrop in. Boom! Good one, Game Killer. Good one. There we go. By the way, if you are a subscriber, you can do a lot of extra fun stuff through the stream store. Thought I heard a bad guy. Through the stream store, there's a lot of fun extras in there for you guys who are subscribers, who have lots of kids caps and whatnot. You can go in there and do sounds like Game Killer just did. You can go in there and, of course, get epic loot. I have a whole bunch of epic loot on the way as well, because t-shirts and whatnot you can earn just by hanging out in the stream. Just by hanging out in the stream, you can go over there, boom, get yourself a free t-shirt just for being epic and whatnot, and a whole bunch of other epic Kismet loot that will be sent out to you, which would be awesome. I've been working very, very hard on that one. So there we go. We got our center pole there. You know what I feel like doing? I feel like doing this. Let's go ahead and let's just work on our center poles first. And again, always do that one extra click. Let's put this over there. And then we'll do a double 12. Dot, 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 dot. I just did that on accident. Dot, 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 dot. That drives people crazy, by the way. If you do that, you go dot, 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 dot. And then you just leave it. You leave it hanging. And the people are like, Kismet, no! You're driving me crazy with the hanging. Leaving the 2 bits hanging there. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't have that issue. But some people do. Now we gotta watch out where we're backpedaling into. Because that could be trouble. Dot, dot. Yeah, I know in the chat. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. So you see I offset a little bit here. Oh, I think I missed a frame there. So I offset it a little bit here. Now I know where both supports are, right? So I know one support's going to be right across from here. Boop, right there. Now you can also count it out as you're going, right? You can count it out 12, count it out 12 to do where the supports are going to go. And then just, you know, put a couple supports in. That'll give you a great idea. Then over here, the support's going to be right there. Like so. All right, looking good. Now, eventually, what we're going to do is we're going to need the ability to kind of counterbalance it. Where did I leave my Jeep? I think I left it on the far side. I left it somewhere. Did I leave it up there? Or is it on me? I left it somewhere. says in this direction. I left it up here somewhere. I think I left it up on the top up there. Eventually, what we're going to need to start working on the ramp. So we want to make sure that we don't go too far, that we're not doing the ramp. So the next thing we're going to be doing is the ramp. I know you guys figured that out. You guys are so smart. You guys are so smart. So very, very smart up here in the chat. Let's do it. Kismet, you skipped a frame, so you're one further. You need to be on the one side. Yes, I did see that, Dragon PC. Sometimes I do make mistakes. It's okay if you make mistakes in life. Everybody does. No matter how much they try to convince you that they are infallible, they are, in fact, flawed human. Everybody. Everybody who's ever lived, everybody who's living now, and everybody who's ever going to live until they replace us with perfect robots, which is not going to work because we're going to make the robots, and we're imperfect, which means the robots are imperfect, which is why computers are imperfect, and cell phones, and controllers, and everything else. Everything is imperfect because people are imperfect. If you're ever wondering why your cell phone doesn't work sometimes, that's because the millions of people that worked on that cell phone, or thousands of people, or whatever, are imperfect people. They are going to make mistakes, right? Or maybe they haven't figured out how to make it work yet. That could be it, too. But they are inherently flawed. And that's why I always tell people when they get frustrated with their computer, or they're frustrated with whatever, that, you know, it's made by humans. Humans are flawed. It's going to have issues. You just need to find a way around it, because you don't care why it has a problem. You don't care why your phone has a problem, really. Do you care why? Look at my cool thing from Mighty Skins. Isn't that awesome? By the way, if you want to get a cool one for yourself, discount right down below. I hook you guys up. What can I say? I call these people up and say, you know, I want a discount for my community. They're like, no problem, Kismet. Boom, there you go. But yeah, so your cell phone, you don't care why it doesn't work. You just want it to work. You don't care why. Most people don't. I don't care why, and I'm a technology guy. Right? I've been in technology forever. I just want the darn thing to work. When I need to make a phone call, which is a $1,000 phone, right? That's basically what this is. A $1,000 phone. Really, it's a $1,000 timer. I use it more for the timer than anything else. But it's a $1,000 phone that when you want to make a phone call, it should make a phone call. That's simply it. So anytime that thing has a problem, just restart that sucker. Just turn the power off. Restart it. Count to 10. Turn that sucker back on again. I don't care if you're on iOS, if you're on Android. I don't care what product you got. Restart that sucker. Your computer, restart it. If you're on Xbox, you're playing Fallout 76 like we were earlier, quit out of the game. Use that 3-line or use your option button to go in there, quit the game completely out, relaunch the game. There you go. Problem solved. 99% of your problems are solved that way. You'd be surprised. I mean, just literally hundreds of thousands of problems have I solved over all the years I've been in computers, and most of them are solved that way. Or, I had one that I always remember. Always remember that the computer wouldn't turn on. There was some neighbors down the street. And, of course, they know I'm the computer guy, so they're like, hey, you can come down and help me out. And I was like, all right, I'll come down and help you out. So I'm looking at their computer, and I'm checking the back of it. Turned on. Everything's fine. I plug something into the outlet to see if it's working. Oh, it's not working. Weird. And then I go around, I look around the back. There's a power strip back there. Boop. Turns on. Check your power strips. Also, people. Check your power strips are working. Pretty funny. Pretty funny. I literally walked all the way down there to flip that switch on. Somebody had accidentally unflipped the switch in the back. Which is, you know, one of those little power strips that you have a little power switch on it. And they have a whole bunch of stuff plugged in, including their computer, which was funny. I fix a lot of that kind of stuff. Very, very simple stuff. All right, we came back up here for some reason. I got sidetracked again. Oh, we're gonna work on the base part. Let's see. Do we got the stuff on me? No, I put it back in the building box over here. All right, we get our wedges. We're gonna get our wedgies on. Let's see. This is an incline wedge. And a concrete wedge. We don't really need the incline. I like this one because it kind of squares it out. It doesn't really matter. You can actually use the incline wedge, too. You can use the incline wedge or a concrete. It actually does the same thing. The incline wedge, though, leaves a little bit of a gap at the bottom, right? There's a gap where that kind of L-shaped thing should be. I prefer the wet concrete wedge because it squares it out. This is an aesthetic thing. It doesn't have any bearing on the weight load of your actual item at all. All right, we're going to need lots of frames, though. We're going to go ahead and up our frames. We've got that going. Let's see. We got all that. We need anything else? No, we're ready to go. We are ready to go on our thingy. And again, see, I've got the ground painted yellow, so I know which side to jump out. There we go. Oh, I should have got my truck. Darn it. Hold on. Let me get my truck. Get my truck so we can drive around in case some ferals come and want to eat our face here. It's right here. Right here. There it is. Now, the cool thing is I can just pick this baby up. Boop, like that. Now, I think if you had more of a run space, you wouldn't just kind of go straight down right there. But somebody's got their motorcycle in the way here. That's one of my pet peeves, is blocking something that I just worked on all that time. I just worked on the ability for them to come through and drop off their stuff and go. And now it's in the way. And, of course, he had, like, connection problems or whatnot. But still, it's causing it where the thing I just built for all this time, for I don't know how many hours, like 10 hours, I don't know. Nobody can use it. I can't even use it because it's blocking where I can go. Now, we used to have that problem all the time with motorcycles. People would leave their motorcycles all around the base. So when I was trying to expand the base or work on the base, they would be in the way. But now I'm hardcore. If you leave them in the way, I'm going to destroy them. Now, the funny thing is about this is that people can actually drive the bike. If that person had not locked it with a code, I could get on that bike and I could move it. Right? So I'm going to tell everybody to unlock their bikes so that I can go in there and I can move the bike out of the way without it being locked. Right? So if they had it unlocked, I could move it. I can't get into their stuff, but I could at least move it out of the way so I could work on my ramps coming in and out of there. So good to know. Always be thinking about that when you're working with a team. All right, so let's go ahead and just ride over here. And let's go to the end here. See if there's an entrance to this thing. I love driving around the truck. I like the motorcycle actually a little bit more. It goes a little bit faster, but still. I think you should just bash through that. I'm actually doing damage to it if I do this long enough. It'll eventually go. And you can see it's taking damage right there. But you know what's even faster? Auger. See, now that's 2,500 there. But if you go over here, that's 2,500. You go to this. Wait, this is 1,200. Huh. This is 1,200 right here. Right? So that's all 1,200 there, so you can probably cut through that faster. Even faster as you look for a place that's already broken. Right? That's already got some missing. Right? Like right here. That's a great example. And then, of course, you cut the undercut, which will bring down the rest. Instead of spending all that time cutting that down, I can just make another entrance over there and just go that way. Now, also, another thing is, of course, you can undercut all of this. We did that last time. We're not going to be doing it this time for right now. I'll have my crew come out here and do it here in a minute. Or do it another time. But there we go. All right. Now, eventually, of course, we'll have to get rid of this, of course, so that the ramp will work. Otherwise, this stuff's going to be in the way. So you normally want to wrench that. So I'll leave that as is. This stuff's all good. Going on in here. Everybody's already, I'm sure they've already looted all of this. Didn't wrench that top part, though. Take this out. There we go. So now we got a little bit of an entrance that's going to help us. Oh, look at these poles. Oh, nobody wrenched that pole up there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and start on our ramp. Now, in theory, this is the right distance. Now, what I'm going to do is actually move it a couple more out because I feel like we need a little bit more distance there on our kind of up ramp that we did. We want to improve it upon the side on the other side because we have the same exact ramp on the other side. We want to improve a bit on that ramp edge so that it has a little bit more distance so that when you're landing, when you're coming up the ramp and you're landing, has a little bit more distance between this and the drawbridge. So we're going to go ahead and start a bit further out. Now, the first thing I did a bit further out, of course, was to create a cement pad. So we're going to go ahead and just start to drill this out. What about more gas? There we go. Let's get our frames and let's go to work. Now, what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do one line. All right, one line that goes all the way down to where we're going. Now, another thing here, too, we've got this kind of in our way. Let's go ahead and take this out. Roger that. What game is it? What's this game all about? About zombies. It's called 7 Days to Die. Let me turn down my auger here. It's called 7 Days to Die. Incredibly fun. It is a survival-based game. So you can play it solo, or you can play it with a group. I love playing with a group. I don't rarely ever play this game solo, only if I'm like waiting for the group. But it's incredibly fun, incredibly well done. Frankly, it's like a steal. It goes on sale quite often on Steam for like $10, right? I mean, I think you're ripping them off, personally. I think you're ripping them off. It's easily a $30 game. I would say I love it as much as a $60 game. It's one of my favorite games of all time. I do not play zombie games. None. Zero. I play 0 zombie games except 7 Days to Die. I'm not into the like horror genre and all that stuff. I typically don't do horror and all of that. Not that I have anything against it. I just jump scare really easy. I'm just so easy to scare that it's just like no challenge for the game at all to make me jump scare. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to build an entrance to our base over here. And by doing so, it allows our people to drive in and out of the base. And of course, you want to build the entrance really far away so all the zombies are not just walking up into your base, obviously. And you're not constantly fighting them off, whatnot. So what we've done already is we've kind of started on our upper platform here. We're doing dual supports as we go along, right? We're doing dual supports. You can do a lot of building. You can tear the entire world down. You have complete control. You can tear this entire world down to bedrock and rebuild it however you want it to be. It's got a lot of fun POIs that you go through, or points of interest. You go into different houses. Sometimes you go into subterranean mines. Sometimes there are 2 levels, 3 levels, 10 levels, 15 levels. And you're going in there and you're collecting loot. And you're collecting that loot. You're collecting like brass and silver and iron and all of that stuff. And you're melting it down. You're making forges. You're making a base. You're trying to defend against all of your stuff. And then on day 7... the horde attacks. The zombie horde attacks your base. And of course, you need to have an epic base to defend against that. In fact, my team is so incredibly epic that I have it turned up. I have it turned up even harder so that they can really have that horde night all night long, that we're using in this particular playthrough. Now, we're playing Alpha 17 on the PC. Strongly, I couldn't recommend the game more. Incredibly fun if this is your style of game. If you like teamwork play, if you like solo play with zombies, or if you love building like this guy. I love building. I love looting. I love exploring. I love all those kind of mishaps that happen when you're out adventuring and whatnot. Very, very fun. Very, very fun, as you say now. All right, so we're going to go ahead and just put this a few blocks out further right here, and we'll see how this ends up. Now, what I'm doing is I'm using a thing called an auger. Now, of course, you can also use a pickaxe. The higher level you go, of course, the better tools you have, the better items that you have to do this stuff faster and better, I find. And, of course, you can make weapons, you can make ammo, you can do all sorts of stuff. Again, totally a steal. Totally a steal, this game. Now, of course, if you do have the game, or you would like to get the game, because I've given away 70 copies. That's right, 70 copies here on the stream, roughly. And you can actually win that stuff here on the stream. So pretty epic. Pretty epic. All right, we're going to start right about there. And I'm going to go ahead and leave the rest of this here. So we're going to go ahead and start with just kind of a wedge. Now, the reason why we're using wedges and not ramps is ramps are, of course, like this, and wedges are more like that, right? So it just makes it easier for our people when they're going up and down to go in there. And we're just going to go ahead and just keep doing this one thing. And then we're going to come back. We're going to do the whole other thing 4 wide. Eventually, so the cars can go in up and out of there, big time. Now, eventually, of course, this right here, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to just do supports along the way. But eventually, I'm going to do double supports 4 wide all the way over, and then we'll have the ability to literally just drive up this ramp and go right up to our mega base, which you can see it's right here, up in there, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool. So, great question, by the way. Let's give 1,000 kids caps. In the chat for that amazing question by Horse Milk there. Thank you for that question, Horse Milk. Appreciate it. You know, some streamers, you come in their stream and you're like, hey, what's this game about? They're like, go Google it. I mean, how rude is that? Oh, my gosh. I've actually had somebody say that to me. I was sitting in their stream and like, oh, wow, how did you do that? And he's like, go Google it. And I'm like, Hey, you know what? Screw you. I'm out of your stream. That's rude, bro. That's rude. You know, people just coming in just want to, interact and chat with interact with a streamer, and then you act real rude to them. That's not cool, bro. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with being rude to random peeps who come in and try to show you some love in your channel, man. Kismet is not down with the random rudeness. He's asking a simple question. Made me feel bad. Made me go cry. Not really. I don't care. I don't care. I just just thought I'd ask a question because I missed how he did it. I just happened to come in and just missed whatever he just did. Just happened to come into that moment. So appreciate your audience, by the way, peeps. Appreciate, if you are a streamer, appreciate every single person who comes into your channel. I do. Every single person who comes in who says hi in the chat or just lurks away. I love my lurkers. Much love to my lurkers there. They do chill out in the chat. And, of course, occasionally pop in and say hi or whatnot, but that's okay. You don't have to subscribe. You don't have to donate. You don't have to do any of that stuff. Of course, that does help the stream. Every single penny goes right back in the stream. Appreciate it. But you're welcome to come in, just chill out with all the epic people in the stream. Lots of people just lurk in the chat, so if you say hi, they might actually say hi back to you. Usually they do. And they're just watching what I'm doing. They're watching what I'm up to, right? What I'm building, what kind of mischief and mayhem I'm getting into, how off the rails am I going tonight, which my stream goes off the rails pretty often. Pretty often, which is part of the fun of watching it, I think, is that it goes off the rails a lot. Day 172. Yes, day 172. This server runs 24/7. This is the community server that I have worked very hard securing for my community. And, of course, if you come in, you hit the follow button. We find out that you're awesome. You're hanging out in the stream for a while. You go onto our Discord. You say, hey, Kismet, I would like to be part of your epic server and work together with all the other peeps. Or go off and do your own thing. You're welcome to do so. Or, of course, make sure to review those rules before you do get on the server because you have one shot. One shot at it. If you do be disrespectful, if you're taking other people's stuff, you take a bunch of stuff out of there, a bunch of resources out of there, and then disappear with it, then we will boot you. I will know everything you do on my server, by the way. I will know everything that is done. I can look it up in the logs. Just a heads up. Just a heads up. Don't want any miscommunications going on. And as you can see, I'm just kind of building up this ramp here. I kind of feel like right there is about as good as I'm going to kind of do the entry part of the ramp. Right there. Sometimes I hear noises. I hear random noises of probably bad zombie things that want to eat my face. It happens. Again, I'm just using wedges. Just going back and forth. So I'm using this called a wedge tip. So it's a smaller wedge. And then you go ahead. Oh, let's put that on top of there. No. All right. And then you go ahead and use the larger wedge as well. And you can see we're kind of building a nice, awesome ramp here, right? Now, the cool thing is once you build, one of them, right? Now you've got kind of the edge that you can use. You can see the edge right there, right? So it's the larger one, then the tip, and then the larger one, and the tip, and the larger one, and so on. Just rinse and repeat after a while. We'll go ahead and fill this in, so this will have some time to dry, and then we'll fill in the rest eventually. There we go. Now, of course, you don't want to build this too far, and then I'll find out that you built it up too high, right? Now, here's a little trick, little counting little counting tip in 7 Days to Die. I do a lot of Kismet tips in the stream, by the way, on Fallout 4, Fallout 76, here in 7 Days to Die, and other survival games as well. What we're going to do is we're going to go all the way up here. We're going to use our counting trick that we were using earlier to find out how high this is. Again, why do the math? Counting sucks. Don't do the math if you don't have to. Boom! Blowing it up. Speaking of epic people, we getting a raid up in here, everybody. Red alert! Look out! Raid's coming in. Look out! We got a Shug raid coming in. Greeting from the Shug Saloon. I hope you brought the booze. I hope you brought the booze. Bring your own beer up in here. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you all coming in. I always love to see when people come in and support their favorite streamer, come in and raid my channel. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate it. As you can see, we are building onto our mega base here, building an entry ramp for our vehicles. I love doing this kind of stuff. I mean, doing it on the ground is really easy, and doing underground bases is easy. You can just do a tunnel and whatnot. Doing it up very high is very, very difficult. It can be. So let's see who's coming in. Which Shug? I hope you had a great stream, by the way. What were you up to, Shug? Let's give Shug a shout out, please, in the stream mods. Lord Ad Tucker, we know we love Lori up in here. Welcome, Lori. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Kismet, how are you, my man? I am doing awesome. Feeling much better. Got my voice back. I'm not sick all the time. I'm not coughing. And I survived a massive allergic reaction that almost killed me thanks to my doctors. So, yeah, doing good. Doing good. It's good to be back. I've been back for a couple days now. Of course, I've been back on and off, but I keep getting sick or I lose my voice or something happens. A lot of calamities at the end of 2018. I mean, 2018 overall, awesome. The end of 2018 totally sucked. All through all of the stuff I'd set up to do giveaways and all this stuff on stream, I just it just all went kaplooey because I got sick. It happens. It happens. Let's see. We got McCoy's coming in as well, showing that love. What were you playing? You're playing some 7 Days to Die too. Cool. Were you building some bases? What were you up to? What were you up to? Did you have an awesome stream? That's the question. That's the good question here. Now, of course, we're putting supports up here. And now I came back down and I forgot to do the counting thing. I got distracted. Let's go. Let's go up this one here. So what I'm doing is I'm showing some Kismet tips right now on building as we're building away here. And I do have to go back and forth between building and then exploring and then working on the base or organizing the base, that kind of stuff. Because my job, I feel, as the leader and as the server runner and whatnot, is to make everybody else more awesome. Right? Give them the opportunity to be amazing and work together. And I think that's what I do best. I put amazing people together and you watch the magic happen. Like you guys saw, within day 7, we already had concrete. We were already taking over this entire place and rebuilding it way back when we first started. And you're like, Kismet, well, there's no way. How'd you get concrete at the very beginning? Well, there just happens to be a pawn shop over there. Look, our trees are coming in. Our trees are coming in. There happens to be a pawn shop over there with a cement mixer. So by level 10, you can get the forges, or you can find a forge and a cement mixer together, or fairly close to each other, in the actual traders, and then start cement very early on. So you can go, of course, if you have an epic team like I do, everybody goes out, collects resources, they're doing food, they're doing water, I'm working on the base, we're quartermastering, we're doing stuff at just an epic level. So epic that I had to crank up the Horde Night, because the Horde Night is like, we kill 60 zombies within the first 5 minutes, and then we're sitting there going, doy. So, of course, we've added some modlets, which are pretty cool, that you can add to the server that automatically download to people who jump on the server. And they can use interface stuff like this. And then, of course, they can also enjoy those really hefty Horde Nights, which are, ferals coming in as just nonstop epicness all night long. And you're trying to fight them, you get low ammo. Oh, my God, there's a bird. There's a bird on me. You're doing that the whole time. You got that feeling like you're going to lose. I like that feeling. I like that feeling. That's why I play the game. I don't like it when it's too easy. I like it when it's a challenge. I like to crank it up little by little by little by little to test my peeps and give them that challenge. Because otherwise, when games lose challenge, then I think it loses a lot of fun in there. There you go. There you go. So now if you haven't checked out Shug yet, please do me a favor. Go ahead and click that link right there in the chat. Check Shug out. Hit that follow button over there. And check him out next time it goes live. And then, see, you might never know. You might find somebody that you really like. I love to shout out other streamers. I love to throw that love out there and get it going on. Get it going on. You're welcome. You're welcome. I hope you had a fantastic, fantastic stream. Now, I wish they would return, by the way. I wish they would fix the thing in chat where they could just click on your name as a streamer and then just hit the follow button. That would be nice. That would be nice. I would like that back because that worked fantastically. But no fail. I don't know whose decision-making idea it was to take that out, but they should be reevaluated. Reevaluated. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and get back to this counting trick that I know. Now, again, it prioritizes your inventory over your bar. I put the most of my rebar frames in my bar. I put one rebar, so we'll take that one out of our total count in my inventory. As I pick these back up again, you'll notice that they don't add to the total of my rebar down there. I got 440, right? It's just not adding. The reason why it's not adding is because it's adding to the ones that are in my inventory. So in theory, it's actually counting how high up that is right now. There we go. So we take one out, and we know that is 14 high. We can see it right there in the chat. There's 14 there. So now we know on this side how high up the ramp should be. There you go. You're welcome. I just made your life much, much easier. There we go. So we're going to go up 14 here. Oops. Ipsy. But now we already know the number. Now, actually, I already know the number from the other side, but I'm just showing you guys again how we got that last time. So we need this to be 14 up. And let's see where we're at now. Right now. And I know somebody asked, where's the zombies? The zombies are currently over there fighting everybody else, which is good. They show up from time to time. You missed them try to gank me a little bit ago. I was over there working on that side. A whole horde of them come up behind me and tried to gank me. There was also a bunch of ferals in here. Believe me, they're around. They're probably hiding in our giant forest right now. They're around. By the way, look at our mega base here. Isn't it epic? So amazing. Just getting started. Just getting started. Wait till we do electricity. We get it automated where it's just wiping out stuff left and right and then massive horde nights coming in and there's craziness going on. We're just getting started on this baby. All right. So, I miscounted again. I got pressing the wrong buttons. It happens. It's okay if you make mistakes in life, everybody. Everybody does. Everybody does. You press the wrong button from time to time. It happens. Just roll on. Thank you, my man. You're truly amazing. Well, thank you. Thank you again. I love to help other streamers. This is other people help me. Of course, you got to remember that your community is the #1 thing. And other streamers as well. If you network with other streamers and become part of that community, which I'm a huge part of the 7 Days to Die community. I love everybody in here. Super nice, by the way. Just about every streamer I've met, probably actually every streamer I've met in the 7 Days to Die community is great. It's pretty awesome. They're amazing peeps. And of course, I meet them sometimes. I go to TwitchCon or whatever and whatnot. Really great community. So you want to be part of that community. I'm also part of the Fallout community and other communities as well. As a streamer, that's what you want to do. You want to build up, network relations and what other people, but you don't want to be disingenuous, right? You don't want to be like, oh, well, hey, I do this for you and you do this for me. I don't ever put conditions on friendships. Nobody ever has to raid me or anything like that. I love to do it for other people. I love to raid them because I know what that feels like when I first started. I always remember that. The first time I got my major raid, which actually pushed me to the top of Fallout, and then I stayed there for a very, very long time, for years, at the top of Fallout 4. And again, that was Kira Corellia who did that for me. And then I created the Love Train to do that for other people. Now, when I first started streaming, by the way, and of course earlier, I hear somebody. Earlier in Twitch, when people raid, they would be mean. It would be like a mean raid. Like we're coming in to, screw you over kind of thing. That's not anywhere close to as tall as it needs to be. It needs to be way out there. It needs to be way out there. So they would be mean when they come in. They say, you suck. Oh, you're old. Oh, you're fat. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're other thing. They try to find something to be a jerk about. But I didn't want that to be. I wanted to make it a better place for everybody because I think that's just not cool. So that's why I started the Kismet Love Train 4 years ago. 4 years ago, and I've literally rated thousands of streamers. Some of them have gone on to be partnered, and some of them, still struggling. That's okay. I do a little bit. I do what I can. See, my job, I think, is you're not going to get my entire audience, usually. If I raid you, and just like, your peeps coming in, they may not want to hit the follow button. They're like, I don't know who this old guy is. He looks like Tony Hawk. I don't know what his problem is. That's okay. That's okay if you don't want to hit the follow button. Now, of course, I love you a little extra if you do. If you do hit that follow button, it does help me a lot. But that's okay. You can come in and hang out anytime. But what's going to happen is it's going to push them up in the rankings, right? So when I go offline and I raid somebody else and I drop 100 plus people in their channel, maybe like yesterday, they only had like 20 or 30 people, pushes them to the top of that ranking. Now, some other people who were looking for somebody like that streamer would see him at the top of the rankings, go in and hit that follow button. No, not necessarily my entire audience, or maybe even, you never know. But other people may be easier to discover amazing people on Twitch. And that's what I love to do. That's the part that I love the most, is that helping people find their audience. My audience may not be their audience. Their audience may not be my audience. But it will help them find their audience at some point, right? And if you like explosions, you like building, you like some 7 Days to Die or survival or that kind of stuff, you're in the right stream. You're in the right stream. I have lots and lots of fun in here. All right, so we need to go up 14 way out here because this ramp's got to really go pretty far before it is. Now you're like, Kismet. There we go. We got that love right there. Thank you so much for that follow. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, and becoming part of the Wasteland Tycoons. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, right about here is where I'm feeling. Right about there. And I'll show you a little trick, by the way, also getting down. You're like, Kismet, you just put that up there, but how are you going to get down now? Do a little leaning out like that. If you're really good, you can do it on the way down, which often doesn't happen. I usually break my leg. But that's okay. I brought lots and lots of splints tonight. There we go. And, of course, if you are subscribed, you can use that epic broken leg emote right in there in the chat, everybody. Go ahead, use it up. Show them how it's done. So inspiring. Well, thank you. Thank you. Now, if you don't know my background, if you just walked into the channel, just wandered in here for some reason, you're like, who is this Kismet guy? I've been a graphic designer for 25 years. I've worked for some of the top companies in the world, including a tiny little company you might have known of. This one, right there. That tiny little baby company. Yeah, I worked for them for a while as a senior tech over there. I got to work on a whole bunch of blackout projects, which I can never tell you about because they don't cut my head off, I think. I don't know what they do when you are bad, but I'm not going to risk it. Tons of non-disclosures I have signed with Apple, so I can never reveal it to anyone, not even wife, kids, nobody. I do have a wife I've been with 25 years. I have 3 beautiful daughters. I have twins who are 10, who are going to be 11 this year, and my oldest, who is going to be 14 this year. I know, teenager, right? Some of you parents are like, God, Kismet, I feel bad for you, bro. She's pretty awesome, though. She's pretty amazing when she's not in drama mode, which girls are very drama. Very heavy drama. You got to watch out. If you're going to have girls, be aware. Lots and lots of drama coming through. There you go. So right here, we don't need to actually fill in all of this, by the way. We're going to go ahead and take this out right there. So you're like, Kismet, well, wait a minute. If you're a graphic designer, why are you not doing that? Why are you streaming, and why are you a partnered streamer up there with that purple check mark and all that stuff? Well, about 4 years ago, I started getting these sinus infections, and I started having this dizziness issue. So I thought it was from the medicine I was taking for the sinus infections, right? Because I live in Tennessee, which apparently is the capital of the allergy capital of the world. I did not know that when I moved here. Of course, this is where my wife's from. I'm actually originally from Southern California. Born and raised out there in the OC, as they call it, or Orange County out there. Born in Orange County, by the way. And lived there for many, many years. And then, of course, you know, as the story goes, you fall in love with a beautiful girl. You know, you figure out where you want to raise your kids. Do you want to raise them where I almost got shot or killed or stabbed every day in L.A.? Or do I want to them to have some of the best schools actually in the United States here in Tennessee, by the way, if you didn't know that. And that's why all my kids are in advanced placement and everything. I'm telling you, it's not just my fault. It's not just me. It's because of the epic schools in this area and the amazing teachers that they have that really, really promote that education action, which I really like. So, of course, that's how I came to be in that. But I did graphic design for 25 years, again, working for some of the top companies in the world. And I got really sick, so I started taking this medicine. And I thought it was a medicine, so I stopped taking the medicine. Well, guess what? The dizziness never went away. Somehow it triggered an issue with my inner ear. I have a middle channel ear problem. I also have sleep apnea, which I found out. So I caused vertigo. So now I have a constant vertigo. It never goes away. It will never go away, though it's getting much better, though. It is getting much better over time as I learn to manage it better and better. And, of course, as my health gets better and better, I learn to manage it better. And, of course, I can sleep better as well, managing that sleep apnea. And I know a lot of the people in my community also have issues as well along the way. Now, here, this is not going to be able to span 12, by the way, because this is going to be cement. So we're going to have to span that usually 4 or 5, or you can go up to usually 6, but we're going to span it right here about 5, or about 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll do it on the 5th one right here. There we go. We're going to add an extra support, so our ramp will have that double support eventually right here. So we're going to kind of cut those supports in half. So yeah, so I did that for many years. I got sick, could not work on my dream job anymore. Can you believe that? Worked for 25 years to get that epic dream job, working with some of the best people in the world. Incredibly, great people at Apple. Of course, you know, I always think that a company is not just this monolithic company. It's made of a bunch of awesome people. You know, there's a lot of amazing people that work at companies. I always remember that companies are a group of people, right? Not just some big corporate name, right? It's a group of amazing people that are working toward a common goal. Now, you know, some of the people there may be messed up, who can't make a Microsoft updater to make their life. I have a little beef with Microsoft Updater coming up in the middle of me playing a game. It should know that this is not 1980 or 1990. This is 2019 now. It should know that I'm in the middle of playing a game on the stream, and it should not update right in the middle of me doing that. It should know I'm on a spreadsheet. I should know I'm doing something at the moment. I am actively clicking the mouse button for the last hour. It should know that I'm doing that and not do a Microsoft update. Did I go off a little rage there? I rage every now and again. Very rarely, but every now and again. I go off a little bit. But you get the idea. So I love great products, but I really don't like it when they are very poorly designed, like the Microsoft Update is. I mean, of all the updaters, that has got to be the worst. Because it doesn't detect what you're doing. It always updates at the wrong time. You tell it you don't want to update, and it updates anyway. So yeah, that's pretty much the sums up Microsoft Updater. Now, I'm sure they could make it better if they get people on it and to work on it. Now, it's not, it's not this big monolithic company. It's a whole bunch of people that work there that do that Microsoft Updater that I don't know why they can't get that right. I don't know why they can't get that right, so you got to get the right people in there to get it right. Is what I'm saying. Get it right, is what I'm saying. So yeah, I did that for many years, and then I got very, very ill. So I couldn't do graphic design anymore, at least at the level I wanted to do it. So I decided, what else do I love to do, right? What else do I love to do? What have I done my whole entire life just as much as graphic design, and that's play games. That's right, I'm the OG, I'm the original, the one that started it all back in the day since before you people were born. I paved the way for you guys to play games today. That's right. I've been playing games for a long time, and you always have those people go, oh, you're a gamer. You play games? Yeah. What do you do? Nothing? Well, whatever. That's your life. You do what you love to do. I'm going to do what I love to do, and I don't care who knows it. Right? Do what you love to do. Don't let nobody tell you what you can like, what kind of music you can like, whether you like games, whether you like who you like, and all that kind of stuff. You like whatever you want because life is too darn short. Too darn short for other people to tell you who you are. You be who you are because you're amazing just how you are. You're amazing who you are now. What you like, if you like to go out and, go to Renaissance fairs, if you like playing Dungeons and Dragons, if you like Lord of the Rings, whatever it is, go in, like what you like, right? Some people consider that geeky. I don't care. Like what you like, right? If you like certain types of music, if you like classical and rap music, go for it. Like it. Nobody cares, really. They don't really care what you like. They just want to impose their likes onto you. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. You do you. You like what you like. Because, again, life is too short. I can vouch for that. I almost died from that allergic reaction. My doctors gave me some medicine that I had a really bad allergic reaction. Almost died from that. I've dodged a Reaper a few times in my life. Believe me, doing some crazy stuff that probably can't talk about on the stream. But some crazy stuff that could lead to your own demise. So be wary out there, everybody. Be wary. All right, now we're getting up there. Look at this. Look at this awesome ramp going on. Oh, we almost there. We almost there. A couple more to go here. Let's go. Let's go. Let's keep her going. All right, go ahead and change. There we go. So we just need a little bit more frames there and, of course, another support so we can support that on the other side. Again, this is a ramp for our cars to go in and out, or motorcycles to go in and out. So we got that. Oh, jeez. Holy mackerel, that scared the heck out of me. Oh, my goodness, that scared me. I gotta watch out for these birds because they're smarter. Gonna die. Run away. He bravely ran away, away, brave Sir Kismet. Ha! I'm in my truck now, suckers. Still get me. I'm out of here. Here's a little trick. You run away to run away another day. You run away from the birds using your vehicle here. I'm getting low gas too. So you can get over here. So get out of your car. You can find your bandages. Or eat your food. I have no bandages left. Awesome. All right, hold on. Hold on. Now you're like, Kismet, you're building a ramp over there. But guess what? I got another one over here. I got another one over on this side. Turn my sound up. Gosh, that scared. Did you see me jump? I mean, I literally jumped out of my skin in that one. Made my heart pounding right now. I get talking to you guys. I'm not paying attention. All right, now so you can see we can build a ramp already on this side. These birds try to get me big time. We parked their motorcycle my way. All right, stupid birds. Time to die. Now, see what I've got is I got some bird protection up here in the base, right? Also, I got my peeps if I need them to back me up. But man, look at that little bird's trying to gank me. Kismet gonna gank you right back. Look out. Look out. Kismet coming in with a ganky gank. Now run back to the base to get some health too. Oh wait, I don't need to go up there. I gotta stop doing that. I don't have to do that because it's right here underneath the base. Oh wait, I heard another one. Makes me want to do VATS. But I don't have VATS. Sneaky. You see that? It came out of nowhere? Jeez, that made me jump. Made me jump so good. All right, right over here you can see we've got a box which is kind of labeled with that cross on there. Let's just use the big stuff. Let's go. Let's use it. Now, of course, you're going to make sure if you're going to use that stuff up that you also contribute to the blood bank here. There we go. So contribute that in. Take that draw kit. So, of course, you can make more later on. This is aggravating me. It just makes me want to blow that thing up. Makes me want to blast it clear off the thing. It's blocking. It's blocking my beautiful thing that I made. But as you can see, we ran back to the base. Watch this backwards driving. Ready? Skills. Got the skills. Of course, I don't want to leave the drawbridge down. I don't want anything to sneak up here and try to kill my peeps. So there we go. So that's what we're trying to do on the other side. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky birds. There we go. So inspiring. Thank you, Ninja. Appreciate it. That scared me too, bro. It says horse milk. Yeah, it scared the heck out of me. It happens to you all the time. Like dogs will appear out of nowhere. Birds, all sorts of. The birds are the scariest because they come out from the top, right? You're not really paying attention typically vertically. Oh, you're back, are you? I'm back, baby. Anybody else left? Want some more of this? Now I should cut that up and get the thing, but I don't have a thing. Here's another way you can do it, by the way. He's gonna give it to me with a chainsaw. Oh, it doesn't do it with a chainsaw. Doesn't do it with a chainsaw. What you do is you use your stone axe to get a bone, then you make it into a shiv, and then you get the meat off of the thing and the feathers and all of that, but kind of wasted it. But oh well, that's okay. We got plenty of resources. All right, now that we've all been thoroughly awake now, we've all been wakened up by that action. You were wondering where the zombies were? Well, there we go, some zombie birds on us there. All right. See, where are we at? We're building our double things here. We're trying to bridge over to there. I hear a noise. Hear that noise? I don't know what that is. I think it's the bird. Yeah, it's the birds. Weird bird noise. All right, freaking me out. All right, this is how high we need to go up here, which is 14. So we're gonna go up this way, like so. And I was talking about the aesthetic value of this and the actual structure that you need. Most of this stuff is purely aesthetic that you can do. The way that it goes together. Notice how I'm using a square block and then I'm using a pole. I mean, structure-wise, it doesn't matter. I can use that thin pole, or I can use a thick pole, I can use a round pole, I can use a 50 round or a 100 round. I can do anything I want, and it's going to be the same strength, and it's going to be the same tensile strength to hold stuff up, right? But aesthetic-wise, that's what makes it different in the game right now. Now, they may change that in the future, so be wary of that, that they may change that down the road. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and add something like this. So we can, of course, go in and fill in the rest of these. Right here. And we're getting nice and close to that proper height that we need. Now, never assume that you're right. Another great tip in building. Never assume that you're right. Right? That's 14 high right there. Right? It looks right. It's possibly right. But before I get too serious and do the rest of this whole ramp, only to find out the whole entire ramp is wrong, I'm going to go ahead and continue the rest of that line and see if it matches up over here first. So you want to just work on it on pieces first to make sure. Look at the size of that ramp. That's cool. That's cool, bro. I'm liking it. There we go. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. There we go. We got to fill that in underneath there, that underneath part, so that ramp holds. And let's go ahead and finish up what we were doing over here with these others, and we'll fill in all the other sides, and we'll be done with this. We might have a little bit of time to do some electricity, too. Electricity. Now, I was going to just do one ramp, but somebody's blocking my ramp right now. So, while they're blocking my ramp, now I got to fix it so people can go in and out of the base. That makes it suck. It makes it suck when you can't go in and out of the base. More fun when you can go in and out of the base. Looks close. Looks close. And again, we're using the catwalks on the catwalk. And we're running them over here because they go very, very, very far. Yeah, that definitely needs one more. There we go. Then we'll go and start from this side. Fill that in. There we go. We got those catwalks going there. Now, we also have a bunch of forged iron. So you want to start... Oop, missed it. You want to start back there. You want to start where the supports are, right there, and then work your way to the middle. Usually that works good. Otherwise, it has a tendency to fall down. Sometimes it falls down anyway, no matter how much you follow the rules. Case in point, our base over there. I built it to the rules and it still fell down. But such is the way it goes. Now we were using these to find the supports, where to put all the supports, and we've got those down now, so we can go ahead and take those out. And we've got that going there. Looks like we got another support going right here. So let's get that support going on. Let's actually put our AK in the front here in case we have any more bird problems. Make sure we got it fully loaded. There we go. And put that in there. There we go. Darn birds. I mean, that really made me jump. I hope somebody clipped that, because that was an epic jump scare right there. That was a really good one. I was fully in building mode there. I had no idea they were coming up, and they love to sneak up on you too. They'll spawn them right behind you. Same thing when you go in like a building. You'll go in the building, you'll look around, nobody there, and then you go and you start walking to the next thing. All of a sudden, boom! There's a bunch of them behind you. Watch out for that. There's kind of a little bit sometimes of a lag of the spawn of those areas. They like to sneaky sneak your face. That's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, but let's just go double check before we get too crazy. Too crazy. Going up. Now, I do have a condition on me right now. You can see that little yellow or orange skull there for doing that, for drawing the blood there for our peeps. Always like to help out. Vanished. Vanished. All right, we're not quite close enough, so let's do a little risky risk off the side here. I hate it when I put that down and then it causes a little bit of server lag when I do that. Like right there, little server jump lag. There we go. Again, this is still an alpha version of the game. So much easier just to do that from the front. Mine is so much easier to do it from the front. So let's see if this matches up. Looks about right. Looks about right. Yep, that's right. All right, we're going to take this extra. Of course, watch out you don't take the wrong one out. Take that one out, take this one out. There we go. And then we'll come back up here in a second, and we'll fill these kind of empty ones in. Show you a little trick to that if you missed it earlier. Down we go. Again, I hope you're having a great night. Thanks, everybody, for being here. All right, Kismet, I'm off. Have a great day. Have a great today with you. Thank you for a good night. Thank you. Have a good night's sleep, and we'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, or see you tonight. Dirty birds, says Lori. Exactly. There we go. The birds were waiting for Kismet to be sidetracked by talking and not focused on the game. Exactly, Amber. That's what they do. They hide in the wings. They hide in the wings. It's like your kids. It's like your kids. They wait for you to, like, having a really nice day, and then they break all your stuff. Yeah, some of you know what I'm talking about, right? They break your door. They break your... I mean, I've replaced so many screen doors you wouldn't believe. So many screen doors and doorknobs and all that stuff. The kids just love to break. They love to break stuff. They get all upset. They slam the door. They do all that stuff. And then you got to be the, the parent, which sucks, right? Got to be the parent. That's actually wrong right there. That actually needs to be fixed. Always run out of gas every time. Every time I use the auger. Irritating. All right, this time I'm not going to do it. This time I'm going to reload it for next time. There we go. All right. Yeah, this one right here, I just want to go to like that. It doesn't need a ramp there. It's just going to flatten out and go that way. And we can even put this in here if we want, but then, of course, you're going to hit that lip. So watch out when you hit that lip. You want them to just come up and fly up and land on the particular thing. Now, again, here's a little trick, of course. You can just go ahead and do this. We want to go ahead and fill these in like so. Almost done with this. Easy, easy. Again, look how far you can span these, right? I'm only spanning them 12. You can actually span them even further. You can span them up to 24. Because you do 12 and 12 on each side, and it's 24 span you can run across. Pretty awesome. Now, I don't do that because, this is right by our main base. If this was just something that was just like running from here over to the city, then maybe I might do it, but still probably not. But when it's by the base where, there's going to be zombies coming in, they're going to be firing at the base, best to go with that safer supports here. All right, there we go. So we got all our supports in place. We've got our ramp in place. We just need to make it bigger and make sure we got all the supports going. And this is a done deal. Done deal. There we go. Look at that. All perfectly done. Perfect. Perfection. All right, let's go ahead and jump down here. Let's get all the rest of our stuff in and get going. And then we'll remove all of this stuff and whatnot so people can easily come in and use the ramp. Look at that. Look at that epic structure we're building here. With the sunlight gleaming upon it in its epicness. Oh, wait a minute. Where's my thing? Here we go. There we go. Very, very fun. All right. I feel like we need to put some understructure under there, too, first. Let's go work on our understructure. We'll take down these extra rebars while we're up there. All right. A little bit of understructure right here, which means I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that this support is connected to the other support. I feel like I'm going to go ahead and just run this straight, too. Right there. We'll fill this in. Give it a little extra support. I'll go ahead and leave that one. Take it all the rest of these. There we go. All right. Take that down. Take these rebars down. Gives me a little bit of vertigo every time I do that. And looks good. All right. Looking good. Now we need some supports. So let's get our second support in. Take that down. Take all this down here. I mean, to make sure we line it up with our other supports there. Now, the reason why I put 2 supports in and not 4, or why not just spread them out on the sides, the reason why you don't want them on the sides is crawlers will try to crawl up that thing, right? And if they try to crawl up that thing, you want it to be where they can't just go around the side and get you, right? They go up and they hit the bottom of the ramp, and then they can't get up and over, right? So watch out for that. Watch out for that. Kismet, I live 30 to 45 minutes from East Tennessee. There you go, Amber. Yeah. Yeah. Of course, that's what you do. You find that significant other. You're willing to give up your 72 degrees year-round. And, of course, it's also very expensive to live in California. I mean, the taxes there are insane. They're absolutely insane. Like, when you go to get your car, registered, it costs like $490. And that's for a junky car. Well, probably not for a really junky car, but that's it's like $400. I'm not kidding. When I got my car, it cost me $495 to register it back then. It was pretty crazy. And that was like 25 years ago. I was surprising how much it is. Probably $900 now. I don't know. It's insane. But here in Tennessee, it's like $20. They're like, all right, cool. $20. $20. I'm down for $20. I actually asked the lady when I did register it when I moved here to Tennessee. I said, I need to change over my registration and all that stuff. You got to get a local driver's license and all that stuff for Tennessee, whatnot. And she said, oh, it'll be $20. And I go, $20 for what? And I said, oh, she goes, oh, the registration. I go, for the whole registration, or is there like smog or something like that I need to do? She goes, no, we don't do that here. They don't do smog checks in Tennessee. And I'm like, all right, I'm down for $20. You want to just charge me $20 for registration? All right, I'm cool. I'm good. Which is great. That saves tons of money. Saves tons of money I don't have to spend on just letting them know that I have a car. Right? I got a car. Here's my $490. I always like, what the heck is up with registration? Does it really cost them $400 to do registration? Right? Does it seem like overly expensive to you? I mean, $20. All right, I can understand. You know, you're paying somebody to put it in a computer or something. But still, what's up with registration, right? Much love, Shrug. Good night, everybody. Good night, besties. Thanks for playing tonight. Love ya. There you go. Good night, Shrug. Thanks for being here. Lots of besties up in here. We got Gwen and Nushki. Always coming in as besties as well. Lots of besties up in this place. All right. Now, while you're up here, by the way, might as well do a little bit of work, right? Get her done. There we go. I'll do the rest later. Right now, we're just trying to get her going on. All right, look at this beautiful thing here. We don't no longer need these for measuring. Gonna take these out. Oh, I forgot to take that down. Forgot to take those bars down. Now, I could go and just knock them down, but now I feel like going up there and saving my rebars. Whoa! The roadkill coming in with a sub love. Look at my awesome something. I don't just do no little tiny little thing in the corner. It's full screen, baby. Full screen, unlocking that first slot. Of course, you got yourself a little baby dragon. Take good care of them. Got yourself some epic emotes. Earning 3 times the Kiz Caps in chat. This means you have 3 times the chance of winning those contests and giveaways as well. I give away lots of stuff. I've given away 70 copies of 7 Days to Die. I've given away Fallout 4. Given away Wolfenstein, Civilization. Man, just a ton of stuff. Literally thousands of dollars worth of games here in the stream. And I shall be doing so continuously. Thanks to all your guys' epic support, of course. I do love to give out fun games to peeps so they can try it for themselves. Good night, Ides and Marks. Thanks for being here, buddy. Thanks for backing me up. Thanks for backing me up tonight, being in the stream. I appreciate each and every one of you. Before you go, Ides and Marks, let's give out 5,000 Kiz Caps, everybody. Speaking of Kiz Caps, let's give you an extra advantage next time we do a giveaway. You guys will have that extra advantage just for chilling out here in the stream, just for being epic. I feel like giving out the love tonight. Oh! I'm ready for you this time. Where you at? Down there. He's up here somewhere. I see his shadow. There he is. Punk! Have a seat. Sit down. Kismet's doing his job here. I'm building. Building another ramp. Oop. Made that too wide. I made that too wide. My chainsaw. I pressed it once too much. There we go. There we go. Again, while you're up here, you know, you're up here on your scaffolding, do a little work. Do a little work. All right, looking good. Looking good. Now we're set to go, everybody. That's it. We're done. We're good. And you're like, wait a minute, Kismet. What about the rest of the thing? Well, we're done with the structural part of it. Now we just fill in the rest of it. That's it. That's all we got to do. So I'm going to go ahead and start here with the bottom part, because it's going to be the easiest, of course, to do. So we're going to go ahead and fill this baby in all the way across here. Now, of course, you need to watch what you're doing up there, because you can get off track really, really quickly and then have it not match up to your base way on the far end. Now, you don't have to be as hardcore as me. You don't have to fill in every single block and be incredibly crazy here on the ramp. But you can already see where the parts have dried, and you can see, actually, where the repeating pattern is of all the stuff that I'm doing here. So we're going to go ahead and fill this side in like this with frames. And sometimes I'll do it in rows. Sometimes I'll just do it kind of willy-nilly like this. I like to mix it up. I don't like it to make it too monotonous that I'm doing the same thing every single time because it can get monotonous if you're just, you know, not varying how you're putting your frames down and all that stuff. I also find sometimes putting stuff at the top is a little bit easier. Allows you to put that frame in a little bit easier. You can angle that aside there. There we go. Looking sweet. Looking sweet. Let's fill her in. And yes, this is a lot of concrete. A lot of forged steel, a lot of epic people working together. Not just me. Not just me. A lot of epic people working toward a common goal here. Allow me to do my building. Allow me to hang out with you guys and have some fun. There we go. Relvis in the chat. Roadkill showing that love. Did he gift it to you? Oh, that's you. Oh, that's you, Relvis. Okay, I see. I see. Your name is Roadkill in the chat. I get it now. I get it, right? That, or you just say that Roadkill sending that love. There you go. Trying out those Kismet emotes in the chat. I see you there, Roadkill. No, I think he was just saying thanks, Roadkill. I think he was just saying thanks to Roadkill. I appreciate the love. Every sub, every donation, every dollar goes right back in the stream. Does things like last year's TwitchCon, trying to pay that off. Xbox and stuff like that. So we can play Fallout 76. We can play a whole bunch of other fun Xbox games. Now watch as I go very, very quickly, everybody. I've already shown this before on stream. So you guys get the idea. You guys know what's up. I don't think I need to re-explain this. Oops. I do need to re-explain it when I make a mistake, though. Fail fish. Take it out right away. You don't want it to dry. Take longer. There we go. Failed to put that one in there. There we go. And let's fill that in. Threw off my thing. There we go. And then this one, again, just back and forth. I'm just using the 2 and 3 on my Naga here. See, I filled in all the bottom blocks first to make filling this in a lot easier. Right there, and you can see how these have dried. Of course, the blocks, these rebar frames, they fill in at 5,000, where the ramps fill in at 2,500 now. So it's pretty obvious once they've dried what goes what, right? What goes where? Nope, this one. There we go. And the same thing here. We're just going to go ahead and follow the same pattern that we already have. There we go. Let's just go ahead and walk all the way out here. Follow the pattern of what we already got. Kind of like making it easy to paint by numbers. Fill in the rest of this. It's literally just paint by numbers. Now, you want to make this easy on yourself. Fill this in as you go. Because otherwise you're going to have to come from the side and fill it in. Now, see there's one down there? Fill that one in first. Then put that frame back in again. This makes it easy for you later. And, of course, you want to probably fill in the bottom first. There we go. And again, do another row. Make sure it's matching up to this side. Like so. You sure are quiet tonight. You guys sure are quiet tonight. How you guys do it?
We're just chopping away.
Taking down this gigantic forest that you made over here?
No, we're working in a mine together here.
Oh, cool. What you mining?
Everything.
Oh, really? You found everything mine?
We're on the edge of a triple biome.
Oh, that's what I love to do. That's my favorite type of mine, is the triple biome. What they did is they found an area that's on the edge.
So you have to hold my tongue just right when I'm swinging the pickaxe.
There you go. What you do is you find an area that's on a whole bunch of biomes and it comes together. And then you dig a hole right in that corner. And then, of course, you've got the different biomes right there, which has the different resources all in one place. We do that quite often in our playthroughs. Makes it a lot easier for collecting resources. So you don't have to have one mine here, one mine over there, one mine all over the place. Makes it go way, way easier along the way. And we'll widen that out. Put down that base frame. Right there, another frame here. Like that. We'll have to go underneath there and work on those other frames too. There we go. All right. Second part of the ramp done. Now you're like, Kismet, why is this 2 separate ramps? Well, the reason why it's 2 separate ramps is because it hasn't been upgraded yet. All right. Then it merges into one. It's one of my favorite features of the ramps, of the walkways, is the fact that when you have them the same type, whether they're wood or whether they're metal, they will merge together, and then the railings will move out to create kind of a railing to protect people from falling off of that particular thing. Now, once you have one row, by the way, you got it easy now, because you can just right-click, and it will do like 3 of them in a row, and then you can go in and fill them back in again, and so on, all the way down the rest. And the same thing here. We've already done some there. Makes it easy to kind of just fill it in all the way down. But we're going to go back over here, and we're going to keep working on our ramp. Our ramp is kind of the most important thing that you want to get going, because it's the thing that's going to be the most time-consuming. Hey, Kismet, long time no talk. How are you? I'm doing better, Gregory Army. Thanks for being here, man. I've been very, very sick. I almost died to an allergic reaction. Thank you to my doctors for that. Appreciate that near-death experience. One that's not actually in-game, in real life. Yeah, been very, very sick, but I'm way better now. I don't mess around. I don't mess around. You're like, yeah, that was way too many bullets. No, that was just enough. That was just right. Look at that move. You like that? Little jump move. Little jump move. Look how that looks. Pretty trippy. I thought I put a little bit of flair in the middle of that one. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, you just want to fool around. It doesn't matter structure-wise. You just put a little bit of flair in there. You can put arches in there. You can make it a big arch if you want underneath there to give it a little bit of dazzle. A little bit of dazzle, a little bit of something. I'm not a big fan of doing too many things symmetrical. Thought I heard somebody get. I'm getting paranoid. I don't like doing. I'm too close. Too close. One more out. I don't like doing too many things that are symmetrical. Right? I mean, sometimes you want to do stuff that's symmetrical. It makes it easier on your peeps. But it can get quite dull because symmetrical is just too easy most of the time. So I'll go in and I'll do a lot of non-symmetrical stuff. All right, and then we need another support here. Kind of match that same thing. I don't know, I just feel like it. I just feel like it. That's why. And let's fill this in. Now this side is going to be 2 more out. So we're going to fill that in. There you go. Fill that in, and then of course we'll come back and we'll do all the other stuff up on the top. What are we doing over here? We're leaving that open, and we're blocking that in. So I'm just trying to match the other side. So it has like that, you know, it's kind of going around the supports, which I think is super cool. Now, of course, we could have rounded it out, did all sorts of fun stuff. The problem is you can't do that while you're in the middle of it, right? You can't be creative in the middle of it like you could before. You have to go back to the base, make those rounded things, then come back over here and then do it, which I think it just cuts a little bit of my creativity down, but such is the way. Such is the way it goes. Boom. But, of course, I could just make them in advance and then come out here and do the same thing. You know what I mean. You knows what I mean. Up in here. All right, we want to do the rest of those. Again, I could do these from up on top, but I find just doing them from the sides way easier because you just have access to all the different pieces and parts. So you can just go, boom, and you can do this, double out, and so on. Get that one. Bottom 2 first. Be easier from my angle. And fill in the rest of these. Of course, you want to make sure you fill in those inner ones. Because you fill the outer ones. You like fill that one and these outer ones. Then those inner ones there, if you put another one in, it's going to be in the way. You can't fill it in. So yeah, watch out for that. That's going to be an angle there. I'm going to put that in. And again, we want to match the pattern that we already have. Kind of like right up on it here. Go out a little bit more. Stay right there. I find the easy way to do this is to hold down the right mouse button and then jump. I find that's the easiest here in A17 because it does not work as good as it did before. For some reason, the jumping is a little more awkward than it was. Now, you also have a death penalty as well in the game. So if you do die, you get like a 30-minute death penalty. I killed that. I killed that on my server. It's too obnoxious because what it does is it actually lowers your crafting level. I don't mind if it like lowers your health for a while, or it does other stuff that has other effects on you, like you run slower or whatever. I can understand those effects. But to suddenly forget how to make an iron tool, that doesn't seem logical to me. That I can no longer make iron tools. I can't make vehicles anymore. I can't do any of that stuff. That's what happens when you get that effect on you. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm sure it makes sense to whoever came up with that idea. And I'm okay with the death penalty. I'm just not okay with that death penalty, if you know what I mean. I don't think it really adds to gameplay. And if it doesn't add to gameplay, if it doesn't add something to it, right, something unique to gameplay, I think you should not do it. I really, really think they should take it out. Or at least make it where it doesn't affect your crafting. If it doesn't affect your crafting, then I'm down like no problem with it. All right, just filling in the rest of these top blocks here. Again, we've already got a template to use because we already did the one row. So again, this is just filling this in. Easy peasy. How are we looking on time? We got time. We got time. We got all night long. All night. All night long. Let's do it. We're doing on time. Do good. Do it good on the time. Now, again, I don't say it very often in stream, but if you are enjoying the stream, please consider hitting that follow button right up there at the top. If you're really enjoying it, you say, Kismet, you know what, bro? You don't want to throw a few dollars your way. That's cool. I'm down with that. You want to subscribe to the channel? You're welcome to, or use your Amazon Prime, which is, of course, your Twitch Prime. Feel free to go ahead, but just know you're not obligated. You can come in my channel anytime. Chill out. Have a good time. But every penny does go back in the stream, and of course it does allow me to keep going, which is very difficult. Sometimes I go crazy and YOLO some stuff on the credit card, just so I could go to TwitchCon. And that TwitchCon was super fun, though. We had a really amazing time, meeting a lot of you guys, of course, as well, while we were there, and of course giving out tons of Kismet loot drops and all sorts of fun stuff, which is actually not even included in that total, by the way. That's not even included in that total. All that money I spent on that. But, oh well, it was fun. It was fun. Sometimes that's what you got to do in life. You got to go for it, even though it doesn't make financial sense. It makes life sense. It makes fun sense. That's what you really want. You want to have that funds going up and down. Oh man, we're getting done with this. Oh, I can't wait to get to the electricity. We're going to get it going. Now, I've built a lot of mega bases, a lot of different bases. One of my favorite bases is an automated defense base. You can check it out on my YouTube channel if you want to see it. It is youtube.com/Kismet. And B like Bravo, P like Papa, so you add a Kismet BP to my name. Or add a BP to the name. That comes from my guild, which I've had for over 16 years next month, in February. That's right, one of the longest running gaming guilds, the Kismet BP, a.k.a. Kismet Ring of Destiny. Been together with over 800 members over that time. Of course, we played some WoW. You know we did back in the day. Played some Lineage. Oh, there's level 100 too. Awesome. We played some Lineage. We played some Guild Wars 2. We played some Lord of the Rings Online, Star Wars The Old Republic. A lot of fun games together. Of course, playing a little bit of Warframe as well. Super fun game. But we've not discovered Warframe. Super fun. Definitely want to check that one out. It is free. Free to download, free to play. Give it a go. If you like that style of MMO. I love the fact that you can snipe and then turn right around and then melee right after that. It is pretty awesome. But, you know, it does take a bit of coordination. Big time. Watch, I'm going to run out of gas. I didn't run out of gas that time. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. You just witnessed it right here on the stream. All right. Last few frames there. Fill this in, let it do its thing. Now, again, you don't have to do it at this level. I always make the bottom ramp, like, really industrial strength, because it's just epic looking, one. And two, it adds a lot of support structure in case the zombies come up and they start wailing on it. It'll have a lot of structure for them to wail on. And then I won't have to repair it as much. basically. There we go. That bottom level, and again, we're just gonna step our way up. Now, again, you can just do the inside areas first, like this, so you don't have to switch all the way up. You can see it's pretty obvious where they go because it's kind of inset back, like that. All right, looking sharp, looking sharp. Looking sweet. Then we got double one there, and then oh, this one goes here. There we go. Looking good, and then we'll go ahead and just finish the ramp. See how easy it is? Once you've done one, all the rest of them just fall right in place. And I try to do it as efficient as possible, right? You try to do every other one and whatnot. It'd be more efficient if I was doing 3 across, but still. Because you want to do one and then make sure it's right. Then you can go ahead and expand it out, which is what I'm doing. A little bit of lag there. A little bit of server lag action. And all done. I forgot to put these blocks in. These blocks in here. Match them up to what we've already done. This is going to act as basically a landing for our supports. All right. Now, I kind of feel like maybe something off the side we might have to double check. So let's go check that out. Just make sure that we filled in all the side properly. And that it is what we want. Oh, that looks cool. That looks cool. Look at that. Look at how it wraps around that as it's going down. That's cool. Should have done it at the bottom part too. Let it wrap. I don't know. There's something. See, I like to add little things like that. Try different stuff. A lot of fun. Oh, I forgot to put my second support in here. Glad I saw that. In case they knocked this support down, this whole entire thing would come down. Now, I can't quite reach it. Watch this. Little jump. Little jump action. Once you get it lined up, you can just go ahead and right-click in the same exact spot, and it'll go all the way down right to there. And there we go. We got our double supports in. Now, we'll come in and we'll upgrade all these supports and whatnot later on. Look at that span, though. Look how far it spans. This is a 12 span. Again, you go up to 24, so you can go from here to there or from here to that supports over there. All right, so these supports all the way to these supports. If you really wanted to. A little dangerous, but totally possible if you're trying to build a freeway or whatever you want to do way up high. I love to build stuff up high. I think it does add a huge element of kind of a next level of your base. Now, you might be thinking, Kismet, can I see your new base? Absolutely, Gregor Army. We're going to be in there in just a second. I'll run over there. Let me finish this bottom part here, and we'll run that way. We'll run over there in just a moment. Dang, man, I'm happy for you better now. I miss coming in here and watching you, man. Well, hey, I don't know what your situation is, but I appreciate you every time you come in, whether it's every night or, you know, once a month or whatever it is. I appreciate every single person in my stream. Of course, you know, this is what it's all about, being a streamer. It's like building up an awesome community and all of that. All right, I'll give you a little aerial view of the base, which we haven't done yet. Go take a look. Let's run on over here. Now, as you can see down here, we've got a massive POI that we actually took over. This is one of the older POIs. You can see it's got the restaurant down there. It's got the gun shop and whatnot. And, of course, we've taken it over, and we've revamped it into our own design. We've upgraded the walls to cement, which actually was harder than if I just tore the entire base down and just put the frames down. That would have been way faster. But, you know, we're talking about upgrading and doing that and using resources and all that stuff. So we went in and we did that. And then this right here, this is a design that Monterey Pat saw from another streamer. This kind of a jump design. So when the zombies come up, they jump, jump, jump. And then these are half blocks, so they have a tendency to fall down in there and land on the spikes and die, right? Which is fun, but I feel is a little OP. I feel it's a little OP. I might ban that in the future, but it is cool. It is cool. It is fun to watch, but they don't actually attack the base anymore. They all just run up this thing every time. So it's not like we're defending the base. We're just defending this little tiny spot because they keep coming along, and very few of them actually make it across. Sometimes the crawlers will jump across. Sometimes one of them will land on the edge and make it across, or they'll land on top of another zombie and make it across. But 99% of the time, they just go in a circle the whole entire Horde Night. But of course, we got our Horde Nights turned way up to see what happens if you crank it way up as well, using an awesome mod that just keeps the Horde Night going all night long. Now down here, of course, was our original base. We'll jump down. Hay bales. Was our original base right here. We took over a spot that was here. I expanded it, and then I cut off the top of this building, and then I expanded it this way, and we had our primary base right here, which eventually did get demolished by a Horde Night, by the way. It shot through there because we didn't have these bars up then. These bars are a brilliant idea, by the way, because you can go in the bars, you can be protected against birds, you can be protected against it shooting at you, but you can still shoot out at it. As long as you're not right up against the bars, typically it'll protect you against cops and also birds and whatnot in there. But if you need to pop out and pow, you can still pow and do that. Of course, in the red area is not where you want to stand. You want to stand outside the red area. So that, of course, was built in Monterey. Patty saw that another streamer's thing. I can't remember the name of the streamer. I apologize. And then down here, you see I've gone in and I've kind of revamped this entire thing. I converted it into concrete. Eventually, we'll make this whole entire bottom part concrete. And we're going to take these, take the garden and actually make a sky garden, which I absolutely love. I love making sky gardens, where the garden is up really high up above where our actual ramps are. They'll be up at the same level as the base. And then they'll be up there on stilts, right, on poles. And then, of course, all of the food and everything will be up there. And then she can just run from area to area. And it'll be all made out of bulletproof glass. If we get to that. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if we get to that this time. That is a lot of work. Of course, just like this is a lot of work. So what I did is I built this base here. So to replace the base that was here, I replaced it with what I call a mega base. A mega base is something that you spend a lot of time on that is pretty substantial. And that's what I did right here. So I started with the base core here. Oh, somebody put concrete on there. That's kind of neat. Do a little bit of decoration there. And you can see I've actually built this up. So I built the inner area here, which is the 6 blocks, right? So 3 by 3. And I ran it all the way up, which should work just fine to act as supports of the different levels. And of course, we had our upper level, which was our main base. We moved all our stuff up there. We were doing fine. What happened is it became unstable. I pulled out just a couple frames from the middle part of it, and the whole top of the base fell out. It took a lot of our resources with it, but of course, we did retain a lot of our resources. We were lucky to recover a lot of it. And so, because it should work, doesn't mean that it does work. Right? Because the base is really not that wide. If you look at where the support system is and you look how far it out, it's only 5 out. 5 out should be just fine. You shouldn't have any structural problem. But I'm a little bit hardcore. So when that happened, I said, you know what? We're going all in. So what we did is we went ahead and we took the supports and we took them all the way down to bedrock. That's right. The supports go all the way down. This is about 60 down right here. And we'll get right here. We'll hit the thing just so you can hear. Not working? Oh, it doesn't have any gas. Nail gun. Said it was something. What do we got? We got anything to hit it with? Let's go. Can we shoot it? There we go. We'll shoot it. So that's bedrock right there. Now, not only did I do that, but on the sides of it, you see those 2 little side columns? Those are actual trussing that goes all the way to the ground. I should put like a bulletproof window here so you guys can see the trussing. That would have been fun. I don't like to waste bulletproof stuff because that takes a lot of lead and resources to make bulletproof glass. In this version, lead and other stuff like that is... Oh, someone upgraded the ladder too. Lead and all that kind of stuff is fairly rare, especially like duct tape and things like that are fairly rare. So there you go. So, of course, we have different levels. Right here, we have the entry level, which is where we just came from. Now, down there, by the way, there's mines and stuff down there that the crew uses at the very beginning, but now they have other mines off elsewhere. So you can see this is the first level. So we'll close that up. That door's kind of backwards, but oh well. I like the door to be inward. I think they need to fix it where it's turned around the other side, so you have an option to turn around the other side. I like to be in the thing, so it's flush with the edge of the base, as opposed to it sticking out from the edge of the base and being like, you know, a little bit of thickness from the side, which of course then they can hit it from all sides, where if it's in the base, then they only hit it from the one side. Hopefully you guys understand what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking about. Now, this is kind of the lounge area. This is where everybody puts their bed rolls if they need to respawn up here on the apartment area. There we go. Very nice. And then the next level is, of course, what we're building now, which is our vehicle level. You see we've got a ramp already set up there with a drawbridge. Comes through, and then you literally just drive off the end. You just drive off the end. You'll end up down there. You'll be just fine and whatnot. Now, we're trying to do the opposite in the other way. coming into the base. And this way you can drive in with your vehicle, hit the drop boxes. You can see I've got them numbered 5, 6, 7. We are missing an 8 there. We're going to fix that. And of course, they can just drive in and out either direction. And of course, do whatever they need to do. And then, of course, drive out the other way. Now, right here, very not easily, you can actually get right here and kind of turn around and go that way if you really wanted to. Over here, not so much because I only made this side not as far because I was talking about being non-symmetrical. And thus I made it non-symmetrical. And of course, now you can't fit your car through there. You can kind of fix it through there, not easily. And of course, behind this right here, again, I got behind these platings here. These are actual cement platings that I put in there that actually are taking up this block space right here. Those are protect the trussing. So the trussing does not get hit on Horde Night. It'll get hit the concrete instead. And you can see we're trying to build this out. Now I'm going to actually have to take this out. We just put that in last night. I tried to tell her not to put it too low and use the drawbridge, whatever. But that's okay. We'll get it going. Now, all we really need to do up here to finish this off... Oh, I forgot to go up to the main base. Let's go up to the main base. Sorry. Give it a base tour. Let's go do the main base. Now, you can see it's yellow, so it tells me where the main level is. You can see we've got in here, we've got a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I was trying to sink the workbenches in the ground, but I said, forget it. Since we're going to put all the drop boxes in the ground, it'll be fine. But here we go. We've got all of our main stuff, armor, clothing, arrowhead, stuff for making ammo, workbenches, and whatnot. We've got our forges running over here and whatnot. Of course, all of our other stuff, leather, cloth, fragments. Now, some people, they like to have 50,000 boxes for everything, which is how our base is ending up right now. We have this over here. We have leather, and we have cloth fragments. And if you want to get murky water, you want to get glue, you go into that one. If you want to get the mechanical parts, you go over and you go into this one. And then if you want to get some this and that and the other thing, you go into this one. I hate that. I hate that. I just want to go into one box and have enough resources to grab all the stuff out I need, do what I need to do, and then put it back in that one box. I hate going 15, because then after you're done, then you got to go back in the box again, put it back in there, put it back in there, put it back in this one, back in that one, go in here, put the raw iron back into the fibers, and the thing, and the thing, and the thing, and then you're like, oh God, I'm exhausted just from going in and out of these boxes. Yeah, I've made that mistake before where I've made too many boxes. Now, at the level we're at now, though, you do want to start to expand your boxes because you're going to have so much resources they're going to start to overflow. Now, me, before creating a separate forged iron and separate bone, glue, water, leather, cloth, fragments, before creating all the separate ones of those, I would have actually taken the thing that has the most stuff in there, which is the oil, right? I would have taken the oil out and put the oil in its own separate box, and then, of course, keep all of the mixed stuff together, which is what makes it easier. That's the whole point of it, is to make it easier on the people coming in and out. So they don't have to look around. They're like, okay, where's the mechanical parts? Where are they at? Are they over here? Are they? Drop it? No. Check now. Where are they at? And they're like, oh wait, they were right over here where I was, right? They're right there. So again, that's why you'll see me probably fix that at some point, because that's gonna drive me crazy. But I'm just letting it go for now. Letting it go for now. So there we go. So there's our upper base, and if you want to see the upper sniper level, as I like to call it, way up here at the top. I take a nice bird's eye view, the whole entire area. Look at this beautiful area here. Got some snow biome action over there. Of course, we built it right here where we have a bunch of roads that all intersect at the same time. Pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of like an airport landing, right? Look at all the roads apexing at the same time, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 roads coming in the same point. It's like a 5-point road coming into the same point there, which is pretty cool. Once I saw that 5-point road and I saw this building, I said, that's exactly where we're going to build it, right there. So yeah, you can get up here and you can just snipe some bad guys, which is pretty awesome. I wouldn't suggest to do it on Horde Night, because then you're going to be shooting at the base the whole time. Not good. But again, eventually we're going to do some power up here. I've got about 30 minutes to do that power. So probably not get it done tonight, but that's okay. We'll be back tonight again, Thursday night, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we can just work on nothing but power. It'll be fun. Whee! Boop. Hey, bells. Hey, bells. Oh, wait. Actually, I want to go one more up. One more up. Really need to make that a different color, like blue or something, so we know that's where it is. So again, see, I painted this kind of as a driveway for people to go by. Somebody left their bike in the way. Another one of my pet peeves. People left their bike in the way They made it so I cannot get on the bike and move the bike. They've locked the bike for no reason other than no one's going to take off with their bike usually. And when you have your bike, you should actually pick your bike up or park it out there in our little mini parking lot, right? Don't park it up here where it's kind of obstructing people coming in and out of the base. But I heard that he DC'd, so we'll give him a little benefit of the doubt. But that definitely needs to be moved because my job is to make it easier on everybody. When people are not making it easier, then I've got to step in and say, hey, you got to do the thing and the rules and the blah, blah. I hate being the enforcer, but you got to do what you got to do, right? You got to charge when you're in charge for the benefit of everybody else. For the benefits. All right. We make this road. We done. We done. It's really a walkway, but still. Fill this in. Expand it out. See if it falls down along the way. If it doesn't fall down the wrong way, we got it. You never know. We're up really high, too. Could fall down. There's no guarantee this is going to work, by the way. There is nothing that says for sure that if you follow these rules of building out 5 this way and 12 that way and 9 that way, that it's not going to fall down. Because this is an alpha game. So don't get too attached to your stuff. Because sometimes you will build it perfectly, as I did, and it still fell down. It still went bye-bye. Bye-bye. But that's okay. We'll keep on keeping on. I love this part where you just aim at the same spot, and then it just does a whole bunch of them, right? I'm just aiming at the same spot, right-clicking. Really speeds up your building. Like, a lot. A lot. Beep. There we go. You're like, Kismet, why don't you just do it on this side over here? Well, that's not where our support is. That's why this side needs to be done, too. Because I always like to run it along one of the supports. I could have done it on the other side. And then this side would have been 2, and the other side would have been 1. But whatever. Whatever gets her done, you know. Whatever gets her done. You need to eat, Kismet. I do. I just happen, you know, it's funny. People tell me I need food and water when I actually have food and water on me. I always find that to be funny. Find that to be funny that I actually have it on me at that moment. Let's see. Health 24. That's going to be 50 food and 40 water. 40. Yeah, let's just eat the last one. Let's just go full health. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Nighttime, day 173. Getting her going on. Now these guys have been playing a lot more than me. You can tell they've been playing on the server a lot because the days are going by. So I just let it run now. Usually I'll, when I'm playing on a teamwork server, we'll do it just together. Where I'll turn the server off or I'll reset the password and then give everybody the password next time. But once it goes stable, typically I'll turn the server on and just let everybody play together. Encourages that awesome team play that I like so much. Getting there, everybody. Look at how much we've already done. Right? It goes by fast. It seems like it takes a while. But if you get these techniques down, we're just kind of right-clicking here. Yeah, a little touch of lag every now and again when I'm doing stuff. Need to really figure out why my server does that. It could be 7 days to die, or it could be the actual server itself. I would kind of lean more towards 7 days to die since it is an alpha. But we'll look into that. I love this moment right here. Right here when you're just so close to being done, right? So close to being done that you just want to go faster, right? You just want to, I want to get that, I'm almost there. I'm almost at the end of the marathon. It just makes you want to go full speed. But always something. Oh, man. Does that timing or what? Oh, my gosh. That timing was perfect. Always something that happens that makes you run back to your base. Man, I was in the middle saying that when that happened. Oh, man. Come on. Now, that was pretty good. That's why they call me Kismet, by the way. So I ran out of resources. I got to run back. But, of course, I got a ramp here, so I can just run right back. That's too funny. Too funny. Is it still alpha? Damn, a few years ago. Yeah, it's been alpha for a very long time. Very long time. You got to think that their development is not like a, you know, a Blizzard or a Bethesda or a, you know, whoever else. I don't want to mention any other unmentionable peeps who make terrible games, even though they're a big studio. Basically, they don't have that kind of resources, you know, where they have, you know, bazillion dollars to pour into 7 Days to Die. They have, you know, a limited amount of people that they can work with that are continually developing the game. And you know, I give them big props for that. But, you know, that takes longer. It takes longer to get those kind of projects out. Some projects go 10 years, right, to get those projects out because, you know, it takes time. It's not like you just, you know, snap your fingers and the thing's done. You're constantly like, okay, what can I do next? How can I improve on this? What bugs are there to fix and all that kind of standard stuff in game design. Well, almost got all the way back out there again. I'm almost out of ramps now. I'm out of stairways. I might have enough, but why risk it, right? Why risk running all the way out there and then, because over here I got like 300 of them. Got them running on both sides here. How we looking on time? We're looking okay. Looking good. Hopefully we can get that electricity in. Get a little bit of that electricity in. That would be nice. Of course, we'll label this eventually, by the way. On the sides here, we'll label all this and do all the aesthetic stuff later. All right, we just got this little bit. Then we're going to try it out. We're going to put a drawbridge in. I'm just going to call this baby done. Let's go. Let's go. Uh-oh. Jump on those spikes, bro. Now, she called a bunch of mobs. Oh, they're still over there jumping. Still over there getting into trouble. Again, I can stay up here and be hidden. Do my thing. Of course, they have the ability to get up here, though, by the way. It's nighttime. The ramp is completely built. They could run along here and try to kill me while I'm doing this. We got to be sneaky. We got to be sneaky. Now, an obvious way for them to find you is to leave your light on or make lots of noise. If you don't leave your light on, you don't make lots of noise, you can actually fairly easy circumvent the zombies. Fairly easy. Oh, that side is done. Oh, yeah, I hear him down there. I'll be breaking my stuff. Breaking my support. See, most of the time, people are not going to be up standing on this support. This is not like something you stand on Horde Night, right? This is just like a freeway, right? It's like a freeway ramp for your people to come in and out of the base. They should not be standing on here because what it'll do is it'll track the mobs who try to break out the supports underneath. And that's absolutely what you don't want. You don't want them to break the supports because then you're up here doing this all over again, which is not going to be fun. Or maybe it will be fun. Actually, I'm having lots of fun doing it now, but usually the second time is not as fun as it is the first time. Though sometimes it actually is better when you do it the second time. You actually improve upon what you did the first time, I find. Case in point, that awesome base. All right, let's test her out. See how she's doing. See how she do. Fill these in. Oh, I didn't finish. Didn't finish here. Oh, I forgot. Forgot gas again. Well, let's go get some gas. Fuel up our car while we're at it, too. Now, of course, I'll put some safety railings on here eventually, but I think it was going to clear it. All right, we'll have to take those out, too. So we need some gas. Gas-a-rooney. Gas is going to be in our supply box. No, be over here. This supply box. Gas-a-rooney. Now, we got tons of gas barrels there, so I don't feel bad grabbing all that gas. We got 75 gas barrels. That's a lot. That's a lot of gas up there. Let's get that going. We got any repair kits? I think we used them up on that dude's bike. Who's blocking? Who's blocking? We out of repair kits? There's 2 more. We'll grab those. We got to make some repair kits for sure up in here. Repair that. Bada bing, bada boom. All right. Now we got to remove part of these bars. Hey, Mr. Dr. Hunt, what's up? I gotta see your new base. I remember the one that you made that you got partnered with Twitch. I love the Sky Garden. Yes, the Sky Garden was amazing, wasn't it? Again, you can see all those builds on my YouTube channel if you guys want to check them out. That's super awesome, man. Thank you. Are you putting a drawbridge on the new side, or am I missing the gap for it? No, I'll fill it in, and then I'll come back and I'll put the gap in afterwards. Why do I do that? Because I want to test the stability of it first by driving over it to see if it falls down. And then I'll come back and I will add the drawbridge at the appropriate spot along the way. Like I did with this other side over here. I did the same thing. You can see where I've got the drawbridge there. And actually, I need to fix the drawbridge on that side too. We'll get to it. All right. So we remove that. And of course, we want to go out this way. I take this out too. I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to put drawbridges here instead of all of this. Yeah, we might not get to power tonight. Might have to rename this stream later to Building Ramps. Out of gas. Always right at the end. Right at the end. The last one you need to do, right at the end, runs out of gas. There you go. Kismet, what up? Says Shadow. What up, what up? That's super awesome, man. Cool. You need to eat, Kismet. I already ate. Is it still alpha? Damn, few years. Yeah, it's been a while. Just chilling. You know how it is. How are you? I'm doing much better. I'm feeling much better. My wicked, evil cough has subsided at least enough to where I don't cough every 2 seconds here on stream. No guarantee it won't happen about 5 seconds, though, because the second everybody have that problem where they start thinking about coughing and then it makes them cough? I sometimes have that problem. All right, so we're going to need some supports here, just like we've got over there for this. Now, this one's just going to basically be an exit ramp. You're just going to drive off the end of this sucker, much like we've got over on this side. You just exit out of there, right? So that's going to be pretty fun. Pretty fun. I think that's kind of fun to just jump off the end. But we need to go ahead and work on that in just a moment. But we want to go ahead and make sure that our base is secure. See if I still got the other drawbridge on me. I do. And we're going to go back and we're going to work on our drawbridge. Now, one of the things we want to do, though, is to know where the supports are on there. Oh, let's actually do something fun. Hold on. I'm going to show you another way to do supports. Hold on. Let's go do this. And again, actually, I have about 4 minutes to show you this. We're going to put the drawbridge in so that my peeps don't get overwhelmed. And I think we're going to have to call it right there. So get ready to get on the Kismet love trade, everybody. Get pumped. Get ready to go. Mods, if we go ahead and find some raid targets, that'd be awesome as well. Building box is what I'm looking for. All right, over here. There we go. All right. Right there. All right, so if you're doing supports, or actually, we just drive the car. Drive the car. Why am I walking? I got a car. Let's do it. Full speed backwards. Nailed it. That was fun. was going to see if I could flip off the side. Didn't quite flip, but it did get off the side at least. Takes a little bit of practice to know which way to turn the mouse when you're backing up. There we go. Because the camera angle is shifting. All right. So how do we know where the supports are? Well, there's a real easy way to do that. Is to actually just color them in. Right? So you go in, you get your paintbrush, and you color in wherever the supports are. So we'll go ahead and just use the yellow as the support color. And then you just go, boop. Super easy, right? I know. You're like, dang, Kismet, I wish I had thought of that. I could have used that 1,000 times. I know. I know. All right. Then we just paint it in. Like so. Paint in the railings. Paint in the bottom part if we want. But you get the idea. It just tells us where our supports are right there. And we don't have to do it all the way down. We don't need to do it all the way down on all those supports because I'm not really using those other supports. But what this does is this helps me put in the drawbridge. That's the whole point of doing it. Is so that you know where the supports are. So when I'm putting the cement supports down for the drawbridge, we know... Whoa. That was lucky. That was lucky. I fell off the side of there and almost fell to my doom. We know where the actual under supports are right here. Now, if I was really good, I'd just do this. And that. Because this is actually where the two supports are. Right there in that particular spot. So it does let us know. See, I got to go down to this one here. That one only goes down so far, and then you fall to your doom. There we go. And again, we'll remove all these extra frames. There we go. And again, we'll come back and we'll upgrade all of this. But there we go. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It actually visually lines up with it. Now, of course, if I was really smart, I would have done that while I was putting the supports in. But you guys get the idea. You get the idea. All right, let's get back up there. Let's get it going. And I'm probably going to have to do the side supports and all that stuff later. And we'll take out all these buildings and do all of that next time. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, that's telling me I got a raid. I am a very busy man. After this, I got to help with my kids, get them up and going, help with breakfast and all that other stuff. Get my kids off to school, and then sleep for a bit, get up, pick up my kids from school, and then, of course, be back here streaming tonight, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. There we go. See central support right there. It's going to take up about 4 or 5 blocks in this direction. So now is where we take it out. Right here. All right. Now I'm going to just take a couple of them out so you guys can see there is a support there. And then I'm going to go ahead and attach our cement here, our kind of cement blocks, to that support, like so. Now, we could actually use that block as a support as well, right? You can back it up as much as you want. I just think it's kind of cooler like that. I don't know. Just as it's an aesthetic thing. Same thing over here. We're going to go ahead and take this out. Now, this could cause the whole thing to come down, by the way. Just randomly. Even though you've got it all perfectly supported, because all this is perfectly supported and within the rules of the physics of the game. If it falls down, be wary. Be wary, it can fall down at any moment. All right. So now we got a giant drawbridge, which is really, really awkward to use because you can't move it away from you, right? So you got this giant drawbridge, which you can see how far it is, right? It's usually about 5 out. We're going to go ahead and cut some of these out. Now, because we're going to cut some of them out, we got to watch out that it doesn't pull down the rest of the supports. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pull 3 of these out of here, just to get us started. Pull out the center one, side ones first. Run out of gas. There we go. Bye-bye. There we go. So we got rid of that. And, of course, it's a lot easier to put the drawbridge in like this, right? You're on this side, and then it's attaching to that side, or you can attach to this side either way. But it's easier to be back from it like this and then it attaches to whatever it can attach to over there. And I made a cement block there on purpose so I can basically put the drawbridge down, and voila, we've got a drawbridge. Now, of course, you want a bigger gap than this across the drawbridge and whatnot, but we don't have time to do that right now, and we got to do it on the other side too. But there we go. Drawbridge is working. We're able to go across it. We're able to bring it back up again to prevent mobs from coming in. It also acts as a wall, so when they're trying to jump across. Now, one of the things I would like to be able to do, of course, upgrade the drawbridge. I like it to be automatic, where if it had like a little sensor and it had power to it, where you come driving up and it sensed that you were there, or it sensed a person was there, the drawbridge would automatically go down. You go across and it automatically closes the drawbridge. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Of course, there's a lot of potential in this game, a lot of things that you can do as well. So here we go right here. And I would love to finish this out, but I seriously doubt I'm going to have enough time. I seriously doubt it. So we're going to have to just leave it at that, and they're going to have to back out until we come back and fix that later. We'll come back and fix this all up. Let's upgrade it first. I did a 2-row instead of a 1-row like I did over there, but that's okay. It adds a little extra support. Really doesn't matter. This one's over here is a 1-row, 1-row. Well, I made it on all the other sides like that. I might have to take that out next time. But here's what you can also do, by the way, when you're done. Just pick up your vehicle right there so it's not blocking anybody else who's trying to come into the base. And then they'll have to back their way back down that base, or they can just hang a left right here if this person moves their bike, and then just kind of go right back that way. Right? And the same thing here. They can come in and they can turn a little view there. They can go this way and go that way. Actually, no, this is going to be in the way. This is going to be in the way of their U-turn. Let's get rid of this out of the way. Let's take that out of there. So everybody get ready to get on the Kismet love train. We're going to go show some love to somebody else here in just a moment. Going to be lots of fun. More gas. Need like a gas extension to this thing. Uses less gas or something. All right. There we go. We'll extend that out. Or maybe we can just kind of get her started here. See how far we can go out before it breaks. There it goes. So it goes out pretty far, as you can see. You know, that might be far enough, you know. Let's see. See, this is the problem with this game. You never want to stop playing it. Because it's just so fun. You're always that one more thing you want to do. Oh, wait, I'll make that one more ramp. I want to do this one more thing, right? That's the way this game is. It is notorious for all of a sudden, 12 hours later, you're still doing it. You know, I'm gonna give it a try. Hold on. Let's just see if we can just do a little quickie here and see if people can make it out this side. Like so. Let's just go for it. Go for it. So we lost that edge there. That's because we got to upgrade all of this to make it stronger. There we go. Whoa. See what happened there? That'll make you paranoid right there. All right, let's just put in the supports real quick. Let's go. Be right here. Am I lined up? Nope, I'm not lined up. Not lined up. Fail. Right there. Right there is the support. Ah, come on, mouse. Work with me. Wow, it's right there on the ground. It's blocked. One of the problems also is that our support actually goes right in the way of the base. Right here, right? It's right in the way of this. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a problem. That's going to be a later problem. Now we got to get back up there. Luckily, we got this nice entrance right over here. Keep those entrances closed. One more thing, right? Just one more. That's how it is in PUBG. One more round. I'm sure the same thing in Fortnite, though I've never played. It's just one more, right? Could have went that way and went up on the thing. Hey, keep it down. People trying to play some games over here. Speaking of, Dax Plasma coming in. That's a double, Bobby. Thank you so much for that sub love. Let's see some love and hype in the chat, everybody. 7 days a day has an update. What? Had an update just now? Cool. Well, I'm probably not going to reset the server for this update since it is unstable. But we'll see. Get up there. Stay on there. Stay on there, you crazy. All right, there we go. There we go. Just want to put some supports in. Now, we really only need one support. But I prefer to have two. This whole thing may fall down by the next time we come over here. But you're going to see here instantly that this is way stronger just with the one support. See how it's not falling down now? Just with that one support holding the entire thing up. It does add to its stability. And we'll come back. We'll do a double support later on. But we want to just see if we can get this out far enough where they can make it. Spikes in the way there. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think in the chat? One gonna make it, two not gonna make it. Go ahead right now. I'm gonna try it. Let's go. I could blow up right now. Let's see. I could blow up my truck. We'll find out. We'll find out. Oops, going the wrong way. Gotta get it going the right way. See if you guys can call it. Kismet gonna go for it. It's filled up with some gas. Hold on, let's back up. Let's back up a little bit. Try not to back off the thing, though. YOLO! Let's go, everybody! Oh, that's a win! Broke a little spikes there, though. That's still a win. Maybe a little further, right? A little further. All right, we got a bunch of ones that are the winners. 1.5 said Dax. That are the winners there. Let's go ahead and give out 5,000 Kiss Caps to everybody. Now, just a reminder, everybody, I will be on the homepage on Friday. Friday morning. So tonight into Friday. Thursday night into Friday, right? So be around tonight. Of course, you're going to be giving epic stuff away. We're going to be hanging out on the homepage. Going to need that support and the homepage love. Going on. Ooh, little touch of lag there. Again, so you should be able to get up here, get on your thingy. Oh, get on your thingy. There we go. Drive across there. So this is the most annoying part, is you have to get out and, do the thing. And again, we'll fix that so it's not, clipping in there. Can't handle it when it's clipping. And then you drive in here, you grab all your loot off your truck, right? You go into your storage, you grab all your stuff. Right here, drop boxes, drop the drop boxes in there, and then the people up on the top take the stuff, sort it, put it wherever it goes, and then you drive the heck out of there. Right? Let's finish this off. We can't leave this unfinished now. Look at them. I'm running behind. I'm running behind, everybody. I got to go. Gonna get the wife aggro here in just a minute. Trying to help out with the fam. Trying to get it going, trying to get it in a consistent schedule. So I'm not so exhausted all the time. All we gotta do is get one of these going. We get one of them going, we get the rest of them going. Could use a chainsaw, but it takes too long to put it in my bar. Get out of there. Alright, now this is seriously gonna be far enough. We'll give it one more test. After this, get way out there, way out there, so we're not running into those spikes or our horde night thingy. Hope that's kind of dangerous. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do the one out there first. Though I do already have a support on the left side there, which is helping. But usually want to do it in order as you go out. Otherwise, the end will fall off. All right. I think that's good. That's plenty of room there. That's plenty of room. All right. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Oh, yeah. That's all wind there. I would like it where if you could land a little bit. Or maybe a little bit of a ramp. I don't know. We'll figure it out later. Right now, we're just going to break some fences. Break some fences and crash some stuff. Crash into some stuff here. Crash into this building. Bad frames. Take that, evil frames. There we go. Bouncing around everywhere. And there it is, everybody. The mega base. She is a thing of beauty. Another beautiful design. Wait till we get to the electricity. Darn it. I wish I had more time. Wish I had more time in the day. We're going to get to that electricity tonight. We're going to rock it. We're going to be rocking the homepage tonight. We're going to be having all sorts of fun. Make sure to be here 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be on the homepage from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. So I'm going to probably mega stream and keep on going. I'm going to ask the wife, of course, to help out with the kids on Friday. And we're going to have some fun. All right. Of course, I will be off Friday night, but I'll be back on Saturday as well. Of course, you want to see my schedule right down below there. It's on Twitter. It's also on my YouTube channel, or not my YouTube, on my Discord channel, and all of that various social media that you can find just by easily going and clicking down below the stream. All right, so let's get over here. Now, of course, one of the smart things to do, by the way, before you log out, and we're going to have to fix all of this over here so they don't have to drive around. All right, guys, I'm heading out here in just a moment. If you guys want to have a little fun, a little building fun, you're welcome to put in the rails on this side and to tear down this building over here that is blocking our ability to go up this other second ramp. This way, if somebody's blocking on that side, we've also got an entrance on this side, and there's a bit of a turnaround as well as you can just drive off the end and then end up back on the ground just fine with no problemo. So it is in place. Good to go. And both drawbridges are up. Be sure to keep those drawbridges up. We don't want nobody sneaking in or be sneaky. And I will see you.
Thanks, Kiz. I think I'm going to call it a night myself, and I'll see you another time. Thanks.
Sounds good. I'll be back tonight, by the way. We're playing tons of 7 Days to Die as well as be on the Twitch homepage. So if you guys want to be around for that, we're going to have an awesome night. I'm going to invite all of the 7 Days to Die crew in here and see what we can get accomplished. All right. So night, everybody.
All right, night.
All right. Now I like to log out up on the top here. The reason why I like to do that is just in case stuff goes down when I'm logging in, right? When I'm logging in, if I log in on Horde Night or whatever, I can see in which direction they are, and then of course I can run in that particular direction. If I need to, I can jump down there on those hay bales, whatnot, or help up here from the top for a little bit and then jump down. You don't want to stay up here because then it's going to be hitting the base the whole time. You don't want it to be doing that. You're like, Kismet, what are all these plates for? Again, underneath here is all the trussing for the base that holds it up. Look at this beautiful view we've got up here, too. 360-degree view with an awesome forest that we planted. That definitely needs to be cut down before Horde Night. Because this is what causes the lag right here. If you have too many trees and whatnot, that could really affect your Horde Night. Cut that stuff down. Get rid of extra buildings. Get rid of stuff that's obscuring your Horde Night. By the way, if you actually put up a wall, say about halfway out, that obscures everything behind the wall, it actually makes your Horde Night go faster. You're welcome. You're welcome, but that's a lot of work, though, to build a giant wall to block everything else so it's not redrawing all that other stuff that's slowing you down. Or you can, of course, draw your detail rate. That's a lot easier than building a wall. Your detail distance or your draw distance also helps a lot. Turn down that. That'll help you on Horde Night. All right. Let's jump over here to my overseer's office, and let's raid somebody. Let's go. All right, we're getting on the Kismet Love Train. It's time to go, everybody. Let's do it. I got my train noise. I do. Let's go. Time for the Kismet Love Train. Who are we going to get today? Now, again, we don't just raid big streamers, and go, hey, raid me back. No, we want to actually make a difference. We want to help somebody today. We want to see who's out there struggling. Say, you know what? If only someone would come in my channel and show me a little bit of love and show off my epicness to Twitch. You never know. What's going on? Let's see who we got going on here. We got oh, look, oh man, so many great people on Twitch. So many great peeps who just need a little bit of love. Oh man. Oh, they're in the same POI as us. This guy's in the same POI that we took over. That's hilarious. What are the chances of that? He's in the actual same POI. I would raid that guy, but I don't know. I'm feeling, my instincts are saying right here. Instincts are saying right here. Those people have about 10, 15 people in their channel. This person's only got about 5. Looks like they're getting close to 500 followers. Is a great milestone as a streamer. I want you guys to see if we can push her there, right? She's about 26 or about actually 16 follows. We have 50 people in the stream. I don't know how many. I can't see my thing, but I'm sure it's 100 plus people in the channel. If 16 of you go in there, press that follow button, she'll hit that 500 milestone and she will never forget you ever. Let's go. I know I don't forget my peeps. In fact, I got them right down there below the stream. Let's do it. Let's go over here. Let's get it going. Now, of course, her name is the Valkyrie. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I'm probably totally not. I'm the worst with names. She plays in Fallout 76 right now. And she got about 5 people in her channel. She's about to have 100 plus more. She's about to lose her mind because she probably don't know who I am. And we're going to go ahead and blow it up, which I love to do. I love to just come in randomly. Now, of course, if you want to help out a lot, you can go in there and say Kismet Love Train, sharing the love. Let's see how many people we can get in there. We're going to spam that chat just one time. As many people as we can at the same time. Grab that, highlight it, Kismet Love Train, sharing the love, copy it, paste it into the channel. We're going to crush it. We're going to crush it right now. So we're going to start that raid. Bam. We're going to grab that Kismet Love right here. And I'm going to put it in her chat as preempt that raid. And then we're going to go ahead and put the link to her channel in my channel chat. So you guys will have that in there in case you're AFK right now and you need to click it later. There we go. In case you don't go along with the raid, you can also click that as well. And then that's it for me, everybody. Oh, I got to refresh because it never shows my raid button at the top anymore for some reason. I got to refresh first. There we go. Going to be ready in 8 seconds. Now, again, everybody, come on. I want to see some epicness. I want to see, you know what? I believe in you so much. I'm going to give you 10,000 kids caps before you raid. Before you raid. Right now, 10,000 kids caps in the chat. Let's do it, Game Killer. I believe in you that much that I'm going to give you the reward before we actually raid. I want to see you guys blow it up. I want to see you guys hit that follow button. I want to see you guys go in there and blow up that chat and you get that reward. Earn it. It's going to be honor thing this time. Let's go, everybody. Again, I'll be back tonight, 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Twitch homepage. Hopefully you'll be there. Come on, be around. We'll have lots of fun. Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Kismet here. Thank you so much for watching this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button right in the center of the screen. Also, check me out live on twitch.tv/Kismet. I'll see you all next time.